Hmm. Hmm.
Are you going to do Discord as well?
Yeah. I'm just trying to get my TikTok because I'm trying to figure out. I'd love to know more about how to go get better views on TikTok.
Oh, I gotcha.
I feel like I'm missing something there, but I never have time to figure it out. So I was just trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Never enough time, seems like.
Yep. So I'll go live on Discord right now. And Wholesale Alice is back, guys. Let's hear.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm psyched.
Where's our free?
I would just reach out to them. I think that's our. Uh-oh, this is bad news. Hold on.
That's my fault. I'm about to meet you here.
Okay.
There, fixed. Yeah, where's our free Atlas subscriptions? Boom! I want to get mine. Boom.
No, there's no free Atlas. I don't think.
And I'm just playing.
No, I don't want to even do that to those guys because they're reeling, and so it's one of those things where I think if you reach out to them, they'll figure something out. But it's one of those. Okay. Hey guys in Discord, if you go, I'm going to Marilyn, if you could put a link in the chat. We've started a whole new deal. It's called and it's the closing room in school. We're not charging $50 a month, but before you go, oh, that's too much. You get a 50% affiliate link. So everybody you bring in, you get $25. You get half of the membership fee is for you. Because we're building a community on this one and everybody's going to benefit. It's not just one person benefiting. So that's the plan. The link is in the chat there. So we'll hopefully we can get you guys in on what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. So good news, bad news is Atlas is up, but kind of having a rough time on the lead gen side of things. So we're going to see how that's going to work out. And let me make sure I've got all my stuff going. Just one second. My phone does not like it when the Bluetooth's on, so stand by. So Atlas is back for searches. I did a search earlier and it was good. It's having a hard time with lead gen right now. So let's stay cautiously optimistic. How's that sound? And we'll hopefully get everything going. All right, and we're live on TikTok. This is good. That's good. And oh, it's still having a rough time. Let's just see. I'm going to pick a big city so we can really test it. So when you go on, make sure you refresh up in the upper right-hand corner because it's having a little bit of time. Let's do Atlanta. So it's a big area and see how long it takes. Keep in mind, as it's building and okay. Okay, so we're gonna go, we'll look in places that are a little bit larger right now. So that can all get going. All right. Discord has just Marilyn and Neil. And then all right, so let's get started. Hi guys, how's everything? Robert, what you got?
Just briefly, Trent, good morning. Can you give me a private message me of Phil Adams, the number you were talking to him? I want to text him the offer.
Yeah, let me find it for you. Oh, hey guys, Peggy Page is here, and Peggy Page and I had an impromptu hour and 15-minute call yesterday. She was helping me with a property that I was trying to do the SAM method that we talked about yesterday, and she's like, SAM method, what the heck is that? Wait, that sounds like a novation. And so she's a novation, should we call you a novation expert or proponent or all those things? And she gave me a ton of good information, but she said, hey, if you want me to, I'll come tell your people about it. And she can be our novation expert that if you guys have anything that fits the novation buy box, basically, she's gonna hold our hand through it. She's super nice. Did that buyer ever call you, Peggy?
He has not.
Okay, I'm gonna rattle his cage just a little bit.
Oh, good.
But thanks for the call yesterday. I appreciate it. Let me ask you another question. Does Novation work with I don't know, like seller finance, any kind of seller finance deals too?
Do you mean with marketing them?
Yeah, getting them sold. Yeah, I mean, is that something that we can do through a novation? I still am super unclear on what a novation is. So if you want to do an elevator pitch real quick and say what it is, that'd be awesome.
Okay. Hey, good morning, guys. Sorry, I just happened to look in the thing and saw you guys are live, and I thought, wow, I'm for the first time not actually swamped with work at the moment. So, yeah, novations are basically when you take a wholesale deal and you market it on market. But you can do any kind of marketing on market. You can market land contracts, seller finance. I've actually wanted to try. I'm one of those that I like to try. I'm kind of a pioneer, new things. So I'd like to try to market even subject twos for their low interest rate and get a huge assignment, but haven't done it yet. I feel like it's doable though.
Well, I totally agree. I think, and that's why I've got a seller finance that is 0% interest. It's a little bit high on the monthly, but it cash flows about $600 a month. And so I'm like, wait, maybe this is okay. So as I understand novations, it's when you say you're marketing it on market, it means that we're going to grab a realtor to help us. Is that a
Correct.
simple way to say it? and that realtor
Yeah.
is going to put it on the MLS.
Correct. Yep.
And so then we're going to have fees that are going to need to be paid to the realtor, but where do those get paid from?
From the end buyer.
From
So
the end buyer. Okay.
yep, everything in a transaction is technically paid by an end buyer. So even when they had all these like NAR disagreements and whatnot, and people were like, oh, the seller's paying. Well, where do you think the money comes from in the first place?
Yeah.
The buyer. So technically it's the buyer, but the reason the novations are where I landed and decided this is what I was going to do and become the novation agent was because you can take deals that are dead and stick them on market and find buyers for them. Unlike off market, I don't know if any of you have experience in dispo, but when you try to dispo properties, oftentimes buyers will beat you up on the price that you're asking. They want you to go lower. Oftentimes you're sacrificing what your assignment fee is. Sometimes you walk away with very little unless you can go back and price negotiate with your seller. And so you don't have to do all of that. And oftentimes wholesalers will lock them up a little too high because they just can't get the seller any lower. A lot of those deals fall within that gray area of novation. The agent needs to be novation friendly. That's a huge part of it. There's still a ton, unfortunately, the majority of agents out there that don't understand. They don't like working with investors. They think we're all shady. They think we're out trying to steal from the seller, and that's not the case at all.
And you're a realtor for novations, so we don't have to go search for anybody because we got somebody.
But I'm only licensed in Michigan, and my team, I can list through my team in Georgia and Indiana. So
okay, so which is great. I mean, that's 3 huge states. That's not a problem at all. Okay, guys. So maybe we shift our focus this week towards those 3 states. Let's go Michigan, Indiana, and Georgia. They're all like some of my favorite places. So Ohio is the only other one that I like more, but those are great states.
What's also awesome about novations is probably more than any other strategy, I've been able to help people get their first deal, and pretty darn quickly. I thought I set a record with one of my young guys that was really just hungry to get his first deal, and he got one in 2 weeks. And I was like, normally that's unheard of. People are like struggling for months sometimes to get deals. I just started helping a new guy this week, and in 2 days he got his first deal. So I'm like, well, you just beat the other guy out of the water. So I'd like to see if somebody else can beat him.
Absolutely. No, we can. I mean, I am a pulling triggers kind of guy. And so these guys are too. And the fact that we're all in here together, we're kind of pushing each other. So I think it's a great challenge. We can definitely go after it. So give us an idea of what we're looking for to be the perfect novation.
So at least, so both of my guys are doing 2 different things, right? Which is why one got it a lot faster than the other. The one guy is chasing pre-foreclosures, and a lot of times you have wholesalers calling them, and everybody in here should probably know what MAO is, right? Maximum allowable offer. So wholesalers have a maximum allowable offer if they're sticking with it, that they need to stick with in order for that to be a good wholesale deal. And so oftentimes these sellers are being bombarded with a bunch of calls with that lowest offer. And sometimes they're just a little higher. Like they still have to be reasonable. If they have $50,000 worth of work, they need to be reasonable about that, right? Because even a buyer on market isn't going to overpay for a house if it needs $50,000 worth of work. So the margins don't have to be as wide. So for wholesale deals, they usually have to be 70 to 60% of ARV, and then minus the rehab. And then sometimes too, people will minus their assignment fee, closing costs, all of that stuff. So you got to get a really deep discount. But if you have a seller that is like just a little too high for that, sometimes that's a perfect novation. That could be a little harder route to chase. My second guy, I gave him the assignment of, I'm like, go out there and find wholesalers that are having troubles moving their deals. I'm like, they're probably novations. So the great thing about that is all of those people have already signed a contract. So we know they're ready and willing, and because they went as far as signing a contract. So chances are it's kind of an easy conversion to get them into a novation contract.
And I love that idea. I think that's a cool idea because I mean, we've got investor lists, so I can go and find wholesalers that. So what are the criteria? We're looking for somebody who has been trying for a week, or you know, what do you what is a wholesaler? What does that look like? What is a wholesaler that needs help?
So it does take a little bit of work. If you need to learn how to comp, and
Yep.
if you know how to comp, then what you do is you just take a look at their deal and see what they have as far as, like, you know, are they priced right? Are they priced too high? And most of the time they're priced too high, and that's why it's just sitting there.
Mhm.
Wholesalers that get really good deals locked up sell it within a day or two, like really fast. They'll have like so many buyers like, yeah, I want it. Yeah, I want it. Right. Sometimes they still get beat up on price, but still they have ready and able and willing buyers. However, it's kind of hard. I would say if it looks like it's been there for a little bit, usually their contracts are about 30 days. Sometimes they can get a little longer, but that wholesaler is going to be sweating if they're getting towards the end of their thing. Now, a week is probably good because some of them will write about a week or 2 weeks for their inspection period. So they might be getting at the end of their rope thinking, oh no, I don't know what to do with this deal. And you could come in and potentially save the day because you're helping get them paid. Plus you're getting paid. And most of the time novations, here's the other crazy fact. Most of the time novations make more money. So
even though more people are getting paid, like now we've brought
Yep.
in a realtor, you're still saying that the price point's better.
Yeah. So that's the thing that I feel like we've got to, like, a lot of people are so afraid of paying realtors. You know, they think, oh, realtors, why pay them? For one, yes, there's terrible realtors out there, but there's also some really hardworking, great realtors out there. And so realtors pay a ton of fees. You know, they've had to go through courses. You know, honestly, like, they're licensed to sell real estate. So technically there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just finding a good one though. There are a lot of ones out there that people don't necessarily like or enjoy working with. You got to find a good one, and they have to understand novations, because if they don't understand novations, they can sabotage your deal.
Okay.
So,
So do you have a list of realtors that you like using, or are you the gateway for, you know, if these guys do find something and they're like, wait, I want to try that novation thing, you want them to contact you?
I would have to be the gateway for now. I am in the process of this year building out a course, and not like the big gurus, not like these $10,000 memberships or anything insane. But I am building out a course this year to try to recruit and train investor-friendly agents, and then that way we become a network of agents for investors to use all over the US for whatever they want to do.
Yeah, no, because you're only licensed in, you know, the 3 places, and so we've got a bunch more states. Okay, let me if I give you, just to pull triggers, because that's what I like to do, if I give you that seller finance one that cash flows about $600 a month, do you want to take a look at it and say, yeah, this could be a novation? No problem.
Yeah, I mean, what you're doing, it's just all about who your target market is, right?
Okay.
So whenever you market, you just got to think about who is your buyer. And if your buyer is an investor wanting to cash flow $600 a month, you know, you should be able to get a nice fat assignment fee out of that. I don't know what the down payment to the seller is.
It's 5%.
5%, you could do 20% and collect the 15% difference.
Right.
Out of that 15%, obviously, you've got to pay the parts of that deal that, like, the seller side of closing. You've got to pay the realtors, you know, but that's not that big of a deal. That's still a big chunk of change.
Here, I'll just send you, yeah, I'll send you this one. It's in Florida, so it's not something that you could do, but I'm sure you've got a Florida. But take a look at it and tell me, like, let's see if this is one. I'll put it in the chat. And let's make this a good example.
I have a question, Trent.
Yeah.
So with a novation, does it require both seller and lender to approve the new contract?
So you're not, so there's no lender involved. Unless you're buying with a mortgage on the back end, right? The buyer is using a mortgage. So most of the time, this is cash purchases, right? However, a seller or a buyer can get a mortgage in place. So there are a lot of technicalities to a novation in order for it to be legit. Like, for example, if I was to market a novation, let's say it's my deal. I'm the investor, not the agent. I'm just pretending to be the investor. I can sign the purchase agreement as long as it's cash, right? Because I have gotten what's called an attorney in fact. So I am legal representative of that person and of that property to market the property. So I'm allowed to accept cash offers. However, if it's a mortgage, like if they're coming with an FHA or something like that, conventional, then the seller technically has to sign. That's why it's very important for everything to be very clear right up front of what you're doing. But yeah.
Yeah, and that's the part I like a lot is I mean, we talked about it yesterday. I was just trying to come up with a way to be a little bit more upfront and not as like shady. Okay, so I put that in to the wholesaler has a $20,000 assignment fee built into the 5% plus 20,000. That is probably for us would be part of our JV. I mean, that's where we're going to pull our assignment fee from, is sharing that with them, unless you see a better way, of course. It's a balloon of 5 years, which I've already put out to them that I'd like it to be a 10-year balloon. And I also asked for the monthly payment to be $1,250. So it's a little bit lower. I do on seller finance, I like 25% of the rents to be the payment to the seller.
Yeah.
And so I put that out to him. He's going to see what he can do. But he has it under contract with this. So is this something that is got teeth for what you guys do?
So I've literally never marketed something like this. So like I said, I'm open to experiment.
Okay.
However, I agree with you on the balloon. I hate balloons. I really hate balloons.
Sure.
It's
Well, a short one like that I don't like. I'll do a 10-year. That's
Yeah.
no problem because you're gonna be able to get there.
Yeah.
But you're also 0% interest. And so if you look at the amount of money you're saving on 790,000, it's pretty ridiculous. That's going to be in the 300,000 range, I'm
For
sure.
sure, you're paying the loan down, and I definitely like the idea of a 10-year because then you're forced to when you refinance, you have tons of equity.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the purchase price reasonable though? What is
on this one? Yeah, let me give you the I'm going to send you separately the address just because it's somebody else's deal, so I don't want to blow it up, but I'm going to trust you with it because you're trustworthy. And we're building a relationship here that hopefully is long term. Okay, so this is the address.
what is the rented out twice per year? Does that mean
so it's for short term? Yeah, for short. Yeah, it's for short term rentals. It's in Florida, so it's near water, and so they said there is no short term rental, but you can do it twice a year.
So there's an HOA.
I think there was no HOA, which was kind of cool.
Is it a city ordinance?
It's a city thing. I think it is. Okay. Yep. Where was it that I saw? Hold on.
Oh, this is currently on market. So novations cannot be something that's on market.
Oh, okay. That's a good distinction.
Yep. On market, obviously there's already a realtor involved. So that realtor isn't going to just give up their contract and let another realtor list it and market it.
Gotcha.
So this would have to be marketed off market
Okay.
to find a buyer.
Perfect. No, that's good. These are the questions I'm having, and so that we didn't really specify, and so that makes sense because it was kind of, I mean, I'm sure that's a yeah, it's just understood that it's got to be off market. Okay, that makes way more sense. Okay, because I was just like, how we've got so many different people involved in these things. Okay, so off market deals. Usually now you're saying off market that wholesalers have, but they have to be off market. And so where do you find, I mean, when you were talking to me about pre-foreclosure lists, are those good, the pre-foreclosure lists? I mean, that's definitely an off market. That's definitely somebody with an issue.
That's really more for somebody that wants to, like, for example, my buddy that wanted to do it, he was like, yeah, I'll door knock, I'll call. Like, he wanted to learn all of it. And so I was like, here you go, try pre-foreclosures. Pre-foreclosures are super competitive. Like, a lot of people call them. Novation could work because you're the one coming in that's a little higher. The only thing is timeline. So it depends on the state. Like, Michigan is a redemption state. So I could technically market the property for up to 6 months, actually up to a year if they happen to have a year redemption. There's very few of those, but most of them are 6 months. So I can still market and sell their property. They still have the legal rights to do that.
Okay.
However, in other states where they don't have the redemption, your timeline is way shorter. So you'd have to catch them like right at the beginning of them being served. And then the price points just have to make sense. But basically, it's like we're selling
Yes, hi,
on
is this
market deals.
Sharon?
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah,
Sharon, my name's
Marcelo.
Marcelo. I was actually calling in regards, it looks like you have a property there.
There we go. All right. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
people calling.
Yeah, no, that's so the whole idea of this, just so you understand, is we're basically all going to work, and it's nice to have people to kind of bounce ideas off of. And like, if Marcelo has a question, he'll be like, hey, this just happened, what do you guys think? And we'll all kind of come together and try to work it out. Okay, so criteria for you is off market, pre-foreclosure is okay, especially in Michigan because you got a lot more time. You mentioned that wholesalers are getting 30 days to sell properties. We've always been under the understanding that we do a 7-day inspection, a 15 business day inspection, and that was it. How are you guys getting 30? How are you getting 30 days?
No, I said usually their contract is 30 days.
That's what I mean. How do they
Yeah.
get that 30-day contract?
They just ask for it.
Okay, so we could,
I mean,
I was always under the impression that, because I get a lot of people that are like, well, we can do 7-day, but we can't do, because it seems like everything, and this is another thing I have a problem with, is everything wholesale is, hey, we're going to do an inspection period. And that inspection period is when we're trying to sell it, instead of saying, hey, we're going to try to sell it. Can we have 30 days to give that a go? But then the seller's like, well, now 30 days, you're the only one working on getting this thing sold.
Yeah. Yeah. Sharon put, she was always told you can literally do anything you want. It's just whatever the seller agrees to. So if the seller is, a lot of people I know will do business days.
That's what I do. Yeah, we do 15 business days.
Yep.
Just sounds a lot less like.
Sounds less exactly than it technically is. Right.
Yeah. And so, okay. So that, because I've heard twice somebody say, yeah, I got it for 30 days. I got the contract for 30 days. I'm like, what seller is like, hey, I want to sell, but yeah, I'll give you a month to try to sell my place. This didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, no, most of the time that's just their contract expiration date. They're saying, like, usually when they're pitching it, they're saying something like, our contract date is till this, but obviously we're hoping to close way before then. We just put that in there in case there's issues with title and stuff, because there's almost always some kind of issue with title. that you got to clear up, and that takes longer. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, good. Maybe we'll start doing a little bit more of an extended inspection period. That's good news. Okay. So next steps for us, we'll search for things. We'll find some off markets. What's your best way of finding off markets? Do you have, I know a lot of people sell lists. I'm not a fan of those.
I have
I've
a
already
question
gone
before
through,
you go into that.
yeah, just wait for a second. Let me finish my thought.
10-4.
I went through the whole cold calling, like Egyptian and Filipino and all those cold calls. Didn't like any of them. There was never anything that I was like, oh, this is really great. Do you have an ironclad find properties that are off market kind of an idea?
No.
Okay, that's what I
No.
thought.
If there was, like, somebody would sell a program for $1 million and get everybody to buy it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I always say my simplest way of doing it is when I'm a big proponent of get on the phone and talk to realtors. And so when you're talking to realtors, they have off market. But that's where I met you, is the realtor I talked to said she had an off market, which is the property that I gave to you. And she didn't even have it under contract yet. So she referred to it as I've got this one coming up, but she hadn't solidified it. You solidified it first. And
Yeah.
so I guess there's that risk, but I mean, more times than not, if they say they've got it coming up, hopefully that means that they really do have it and we can put it under contract.
Yeah, most of the time, realtors will say their off-market properties are not deals. Now, not always. That one obviously needed a ton of work, right?
Sure. It was unique for sure.
Right. It was unique. But most of the time, realtors will say they have an off-market deal, but it's because they have a seller that really doesn't want to have showings.
Okay.
And so they're still trying to sell it for what they would have listed it for, basically,
Right.
off market. So those aren't really, they're not really deals. Most realtors don't understand what a deal is.
Sure.
And that's part of what I want to change with what I'm doing. Because even just me being a realtor doing what I do, I have taken a lot of hate over the years from other realtors because they just don't understand. And it just rolls off. Like, I don't care. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
I look at it like you're not solving everybody's problem either.
Right. Exactly.
All you're doing is collecting a paycheck. So, but yeah. Who
Okay.
had a question?
Yeah, go ahead, Neil.
I was just curious, Peggy, for the requirement for novation being off market, is that your requirement or for a novation, can it be on market or is that just not a thing?
It cannot be on market.
Yeah, because then you got the other realtor that you're dealing with.
Yeah, because what a novation is it's the legal paperwork. It's like a wholesale contract with an attorney in fact and indemnification. So you're getting the legal rights to market their property for them. Now you're not technically marketing it because you legally can't sell property, right? You have to be licensed to do that. That's why you work with a realtor. So if it's already marketed, you can't there's no agent that I know of that I could approach and say, hey, I've got a novation and therefore you're fired and I'm going to take the listing. Their broker won't go for that. So yeah. I would say absolutely not. Stay away from off market. The ones you would do maybe are if expired listings, because realtors haven't come in and solved their problem. However, again, it all has to make sense. So properties that need a lot of work on them, even if they're just dated, right? But the reason they didn't sell on market was because we're in a buyer's market right now and buyers are super picky. We're not going to do anything magical by just sticking that back on the market in its condition at the price, whatever it was at before. There's no magic behind that. Now, if they're like, I know my house needs fully renovated, it needs about $70,000 worth of work, and now they're willing to take a $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 pay cut, right? Now it may potentially be, it's something. I wouldn't say still it's innovation because the problem is you still have to sell based on the problems it has. You have to have room to pay the realtors and the closing costs, and obviously you want to make some money. And in this market, and depending on the market we're looking at, you may have to do multiple price adjustments to get it to where buyers. Usually a good indicator for me is if I'm at the right price, I start getting showings. If I throw something on the market and I think, shoot, I think I can get this, right? And I'm not getting any showing requests, I'm too high. So I'll come down a little bit. And once I get to that point where all of a sudden I'm getting bombarded with showing requests, I'm like, I'm at the right price. So you've got to have room to price adjust, especially in this market.
What is the average assignment fee that you're seeing? I'm assuming it's in the $3,000-$4,000 range. Is it in the
20
30,000?
some thousand?
How much? 40?
20 some thousand is the
20.
average here in Michigan, I would say, but the average assignment is 5 to 10. So they're more than doubling what they make. I mean, if they're partnered with you, obviously they're not, but they're taking a dead deal and getting paid. So
Describe, what do you mean by that?
So let's say you find a wholesaler and they're not able to get it sold, and you
Right.
can take it and put it on, work it as innovation, get it on market, get it sold. Now at least they get their assignment, right? Or you're splitting it 50-50. Let's say they couldn't even get it sold. So even if they were dreaming of a $5,000 assignment, they weren't getting it anyways. Now they could potentially make over $10,000, and you as well.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So I'm finding those wholesalers still a little bit unclear to me how to sniff them out. Like, because I like the fact that we're preying on our own basically, and finding those guys that are new wholesalers. They're putting their deals up too high. What is it that I'm looking for when I'm chasing a wholesaler to switch into innovation?
So every time you look at a deal and you say, wow, they've got that locked up too high, that's probably a big clue right there to start.
Okay.
Now, if it's ridiculous, right? Like I said, it still has to account for the rehab and stuff that needs to be done. The thing is when you take it on market, what you're doing is you're opening the buyer pool to even just traditional buyers, people that are looking for their next home. Even if it needs work, if it's priced right and they love the area and they love the bones and they love whatever, there's what's called FHA 203K loans. So there are lenders, and actually one of the lenders I work with, he covers almost every single state except for I think 4. He can do FHA 203K loans. And those are the same.
FHA 203 compared to a regular one. So I haven't heard of it.
So FHA is usually 3.5% down. The majority of your buyers that are buying properties on market are FHA buyers. It means low income, not the best credit in the world. Maybe they don't have a ton of money saved, so they really need that 3.5% down.
Okay. And normal FHA is 5% down, right?
Nope, 3.5.
Oh, it is 3.5. Okay.
Nope, 5% is conventional or higher.
Okay. All right, cool. And so what is the K part of the 203K part of that?
That's just what they named it.
So what's an FHA? What's just a standard FHA?
FHA is just a mortgage, but FHA is extremely picky. So when a real estate agent sells a house and they mark it as FHA, we know now that, man, the FHA appraiser is going to come through and they're going to be super picky. Oh, this is missing a smoke detector in this room. Oh, there's some chipping paint on this windowsill. There's, this door handle's broken. Like, they get super picky. It's all about health and safety, and I'm cool with it. But the point is, it's a pain in the butt for sellers. However, if you have a house that needs work, like right now I have one listed that has a big hole in the garage roof, and some of the shingles were blown off in a windstorm. So it has a little bit of damage, but it's in an amazing neighborhood. And it's a beautiful home. It's huge for the neighborhood too. It's probably like 500, 600 square feet than you'll find in anything in that neighborhood.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I'm marketing that one as an FHA 203K. What that'll do is that opens up the profits too for the investor. So if I can get it sold as an FHA 203K, then I'm not trying to sell it as a cash price. It just needs to have the room for the renovation.
Okay. And that it has to qualify for that.
Yeah, if they
there a way to
qualify for
freak-
FHA, they qualify for 203K.
Okay. And if so that's all buyer based. They have to be the ones. Can we get them pre-approved for these things, or does it have to have the
All
home?
buyer based. Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing I'm running into with that, again, there's a reason I really want to educate some realtors out there is I've had quite a few newer realtors, and most of the time it is newer realtors that work with buyers, unfortunately.
Sure.
You know, and they do not know about rehab loans. And it's like, oh, like, for example, the house I have listed right now, the value of the property is 270 to 280. It's currently listed at 215. And it needs about less than 20,000, maybe 20, maybe 30 if you want to redo the carpets, 30, let's just say $30,000 worth of work.
Mm-hmm.
So now they have a $245,000 property in a great neighborhood that it's a deal, right? But I know that all day long. Unfortunately, a lot of the realtors that have shown the property are just like, well, this isn't a deal. Or they don't say this isn't a deal. It's priced too high. Well, it's not priced too high. Like a lot of realtors don't know how to comp either.
Mm-hmm.
So if they just look in the neighborhood, they're looking at properties at like 1,500 or 1,400 or 1,300 square feet. This is a 1,900 square foot house. And so they're thinking it's only worth 220, 230, and it needs all this work. It's like, no,
Gotcha.
you don't know how to comp. Like it's worth more. Trust
Do you
me.
comp per square foot, or what is your?
So yeah, if you can't find a similar comp within that 200 square foot range, you have to, that's the only way to do it is price per square foot.
Now, do you have a comp calculator? Do you have anything? I mean, I've got several people that are pitching comp calculators to me, and I've been vetting them. None have done what I need them to do yet, and
Yeah.
so I didn't know. Do you have a comp calculator, or you just do it by hand?
I wish.
Right, it's not out there yet. I just don't.
No,
mean,
I don't
search
think
for 'em.
I have not been able to find a good one. I have a buddy who's he's very, very tech savvy, and he wants so bad to have me help him build a comp calculator.
Yeah.
Problem is, a lot of it is just knowledge. I would say the best, if people want to learn how to be killer compers, they really need to watch Jamil Damji's Straight Out of Comping, his videos. Like that's honestly the way that I learned.
And what's his name? I'll put it in the
Jamil.
chat.
Jamil, I'll type it in there.
Okay, cool. Straight out of Compton.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I love it. Straight Out of Comping. I mean, if you just definitely put the Jamil Damji in there, because
Okay.
if you don't, you'll get Straight Out of Compton stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can imagine.
So that's how I learned. I watched his videos and I practiced. And mind you, I was a realtor already. And so I realized after watching his videos, I was like, wow, yeah, that's why you got to, well.
That's the Compton, right? Is
Yeah,
that him?
Straight Out of Comping. Watch me
Yeah.
comp houses live. Yeah. All of his videos, what he does is he uses appraiser rules too. So
Oh, good. Yeah,
yeah,
that makes
because
sense.
if a house is on a busy street, that devalues the property.
Of course,
You know,
yeah.
if it's next to commercial, it devalues the property. If you're looking at a brick house versus a aluminum sided house, there's a difference. Brick is obviously more valuable. It's also good to learn like different build styles. Like Tudor style build is more valuable than houses that are not Tudor style.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of rules to learn, but once you learn how to do those, like you'll be comping better than anybody.
Well, I mean, what I try to do is I try to get everybody on the phone. That's my main deal is, hey, Jobel, can you make that into something a little bit better than what I just did? But my whole point is, so what I'll do just in simplest terms is, let's say I'll take, we'll just pick this. Zillow keeps changing things. That one's not gonna work. Hang on, let me just find something real quick. I'll take something like this, and if you click on it and you go to the address, it pulls up the Zillow, the Zestimate, which we all know is not worth anything, but it gives you a quick idea. Like, okay, they're asking 110 and there's a 458 right next door, which does not make sense. But you can just, in a quick way, you kind of see, okay, this neighborhood's not all $20,000 houses. Yeah, I'll give this one a call. That's like comping kindergarten. But what you're going into is you're saying, okay, well, look, this one's got a driveway, it's got a garage, it's, and so that's knowing that comping is huge, because we really are overpricing the houses that we're selling. I feel like that's one of my bigger problems is I'm a I don't want to leave anything on the table kind of guy,
Do you switch that to sold, or do you look at it like that?
I look for the sold ones because
Okay.
you can't switch it to sold. And so that's the other thing that I like to see is like, okay, this area is not really popping off at all.
No, you can. So go back to the listing.
Okay. And just search sold.
Yep, just back out of listing right there.
Okay, hold
Yeah,
on.
back out again.
Let's just say I'm keeping this.
Oh, you're looking at Texas. It's a non-disclosure state.
Okay, so I just picked anything. So
You're going to have a hard time with that anyways.
Yeah, let me just go somewhere
Yeah,
else.
that was gonna happen.
We'll just go to.
You have a chance to
just-
fucking move.
Yeah, just pick Florida.
Yeah. All right, 2 down.
Florida. Florida's better.
Yeah, or Wyoming,
saying-
if you can see sold comps, just click, yep, change that to sold,
Okay.
apply.
So
Nope, that's a non-disclosure state. You're
That
picking
is too?
non-disclosure state.
how good am I? Florida, going to Florida.
There's very few non-disclosure states and
Yeah, I picked them both. Okay, so if we're going on to this one, let me just pull the address before I go to the sold. So we'll have to pull the address. We'll have to go to sold and then search, you're saying, yeah?
Can you let me share my screen? I'll show you guys some
Yeah,
stuff here.
of course, absolutely. Sorry, trying to find it. There we go. There you go for it. This is a ton of help. Thank you so much, Peggy.
Okay.
And I won't call you the other
You're
one.
gonna see like all of my, don't call me the M word. We'll not be friends.
I'm not gonna call you the other.
So I'm just randomly, oh, that happens to be, I think, the one I looked at a little bit ago. So let me move this up. So this is our property, right? When you go to Zillow and you click on a property, if you click the X, it's usually right here in the center of the screen. See, it's right here. So if you just change it to sold and you scroll in, zoom in, you're in the neighborhood.
Oh, cool.
That's
Show me how
all
you did that again. What X did you hit?
So if you put in an address, I'm just gonna
Yep.
randomly pick an address here. So let's say this is the one we're looking at. If
Okay,
you back out of your search, it's usually right in the center of your screen.
gotcha.
So if you change it to sold, or very close anyways,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you'll just zoom in and this is the area. You can draw a boundary. Like if like, oh, I can't go up past 82nd. Oh, I don't want to go down here. Okay, you can draw a box. That's a pretty
Yep.
box, isn't it?
That's
And
so
now-
good.
And now everything's right over here. So now you can quickly scroll. You're like, okay, I got a 3-2. Wait a minute, what was that house? I got a 2-2, 1,500 square feet, and you're just going to quickly look through 2-2. Oh, that's about 600 square feet less. 2-1. Here's a 2-2. That's probably closer. So you can quickly look, and then also too on Zillow, you can change your timeline. So if you go over to more, sold and last, you can start with 30 days.
Yeah, that's
completely-
terrific. Yeah.
12 months. I don't recommend going past 12 months. And some people will even argue about that. They're like, oh, just do 90 days.
Yeah.
That's not the truth. Like here in Michigan, if I look at something 6 months ago, that's the summer. That's our height of our market. But
Right.
it's January right now. So I'd want to know what happened last January.
That
So
makes sense.
I look back 12 months.
Okay, good. These are great tips. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all it takes. And then Just compile some comps, and obviously your goal is always to find ARV, your renovated properties. So
Good
sometimes
shit. Morning ASAP. Holy crap.
What's that?
Steven was not muted.
I guess not.
like you can click on photos. So this one's for sale.
Sorry.
Thank you. Okay.
You can click on photos, and obviously like some of them will have, you know, the inside pics and everything, and you can kind of scroll.
Sure.
It doesn't look like Florida does though. So this makes it harder for people who are not working with realtors. Like if I had MLS access in Florida, I could easily pop this in and look at and see what the inside of this house look like. Sometimes if you take the address and you Google search it, sometimes you can find one that has realtor.com. Sometimes we'll have pictures still.
Yeah, homes those two. Yeah.
Oh,
Just
no,
has
it
two.
didn't.
Well,
Yep,
more than likely that one was rented at the time too. That's a big telltale, as you know, they're rented if you can't see inside.
yeah, sometimes you just got to go through and click on the different websites to see if somebody still
exactly.
has pictures up.
Well, no, that's really interesting because I mean the sold I didn't realize we could search directly from when we find a property, so that helped me a ton. Thank you.
Oh yeah, Privy. Yeah, Privy's good too. So Privy for the MLSs they're connected to is actually a really good one to own, just because it actually connects with a lot of the MLSs.
And it's called Privy?
Privy.
What is that one?
Privy.
Right. What is it?
It's just like PropStream, Deal
Oh.
Machine, all of those types of things. The only thing is Privy actually connects to. Yep, Benson. Benson's cool.
Privy Pro. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How much
that's
is that a
good
month?
one. I think it's similar to the rest of them, like 99, I believe.
Okay.
not-
Can you share
I'm
your
not-
screen again, Trent?
No, if he has a monthly one, I know he has it. I pay by the year.
You pay by the year for Privy?
Yes.
Yeah, if you know you're going to keep using it, definitely save some money doing the year one.
How much
Okay.
is it?
I don't know what it is now. When I got it a couple years ago, it was cheaper than it is now because they were just had a with the ad back. It was with Jamil Damji, and I signed up for it. Jamil had a webinar or something.
Can
And
you
I
add me
signed
to
up
your
for
account,
that.
please?
Can I what?
Hey, he wants you to add him too. And yeah, she can add you. You just have to pay it each month.
Got to pay her 50%.
Or no,
There you
don't
go.
pay 100%. What are you kidding?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, Trent's a hard bargainer. Yeah.
I don't see where it says the pricing.
Privy for real estate agents. That's weird. They've changed this. I haven't looked at this in a while.
Trent, can you share your screen?
I thought
Oh, so national is 119 a month, or it's
119.
1428 billed annually. However,
Ooh,
you can get specials, like Sharon mentioned, sometimes through the affiliate, or when Benson will do some kind of educational thing somewhere on somebody's podcast or whatever
Yeah, he pops
YouTube
out.
channel. He'll give promotional codes.
Okay, cool. We'll keep an eye on that. Thank you. That's another good. And that's good. Is that better for comping than PropStream?
So I don't use PropStream to comp. Because a lot of the properties it'll pull are not even in the same neighborhood. And
Yeah.
you're not supposed to comp like that.
Yep.
and at least with Privy, it does have the neighborhood, and if they rehab, it'll tell you, how much they paid for it.
Yeah.
They give the mortgage history, how it's sold or whatever, and then you can go into it, and if it's been rehabbed, and You can look at the pictures of the rehab. It doesn't tell
Yeah.
you how much they paid for, but you can kind of infer from before and after pictures to see what it looks like now.
Oh, and
For
if you guys
sure.
want to, I mean, if you want to keep it lower, you can pick like 3 states
Or one state. Yep.
or 1 state.
Yes.
You're just
32. Yeah, maybe that's a way to get into it and see if you like it. Cool.
See, I have the nationwide. I think I have Privy Pro,
You're so fancy.
but it was, I think it was just coming out of something, and I foolishly signed up for all kinds of things, which I still have.
Well, you
Just
probably
having
got 4
one
months
thing this
free.
year.
It gave you 4 months free, probably. That's why you liked it.
the thing is look at the coverage map. Because before you buy, because like for example, Privy back when, so I met Benson at a TV show premiere party thing. And at the time, Michigan only had Detroit. And so I was complaining to him about that. I was like, you need
Yeah,
I
there's
can't
other
see
people
West
living there.
Michigan, where I'm at. And so he ended up, he did get some more MLSs, and now I can see more, or last I looked, I could see more of different states. But it's really good in areas like Texas, Florida, stuff like that, that has more data. Because what it is he has to get the different MLS boards to share their data with him.
Yeah, it's got to get the APIs. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
But now, no, it's pretty much nationwide. He has a lot of states in there.
Yeah, he's probably grown since I haven't
a
looked at it in
lot.
like 2 years. So
Mhm.
well, it looks like he's got them all. Yeah.
yeah, sometimes if you click on them though, I'm wondering, because before he used to have it look kind of like a heat map where it would show, like, for example, Michigan, and it would show there was a bunch of data around Detroit, and then the rest of Michigan was white.
Then
That was a couple of years ago.
I'm gonna check now.
Okay. Well, good. I mean, thank you. Thanks for taking the time, Peggy. I mean, it's one of those things. There's so much education out there, and I want to simplify everything, and I want to make it friendlier and not so shady. And so that's kind of my quest. And so, hey, I mean, using Realtor makes a lot of sense if we do it in an innovation style. And I'm one of those guys I'm not a huge fan of realtors. When I sell my stuff, I do it myself. But yeah, you're making a good point. I mean, the buyer's one's paying, so it's no skin off our nose.
Yeah, the only thing I mean, if you can find a realtor you actually really like, honestly, you do lose money selling properties yourself. They say, I can't remember what the percentage is,
Right.
but by paying real estate agents, you still make more than that by marketing it on the MLS. So you do lose money when you market yourself. Plus, you don't get as many eyes on it. It's hard
Well,
to get.
that's what makes sense. Yeah, you're making more sense. If you're getting out to more people, you get more competition. So that's good.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you so much. You gave us way more than I ever expected. So I really appreciate it. That's really, really cool of you. Guys, do you have any questions at all for Peggy? I think you covered it. But thank you.
The hard part, I think, for most people is because it's that gray area, fully understanding which ones would be a novation. And honestly, your best start is find the wholesalers that are not selling their deals. And because you're stepping in, you're helping the seller, you're helping the wholesaler, and everybody's making money. Now, mind you, novations is not 100%. So, for example, it's so funny. One of my sales coaches wanted me to start doing novations with his team, me just being the realtor liaison, basically. And they picked Arkansas, a tiny town in Arkansas, as the first one they wanted to do a novation on. And I'm just like, oh gosh. So the thing is just sitting there, mind you, 0 showings. Like, I'm just like, you guys, okay. And I've been trying to prove to them like how awesome novations is. And here their first one they're doing is just sitting. I'm like, you have all these other deals. Like, why did you? are you just picking the crappiest deals and saying, hey, let's try to
Sure.
do
Yeah,
innovation
they're
with this?
yeah, they're
Like,
trying to test you.
but the thing is too, it's like you never know. I had one that was out in what everybody would call BFE. I'm sure
Mhm.
people know what BFE is.
Sure.
But I had a property like that and I was like, oh, this thing isn't going to sell, but what the hell, just Hail Mary, threw it on the market and it sold. I had another one that was land with a house that was a tear down. I had multiple offers on it. I was like, what the hell? Like, I seriously didn't think we'd make money. We made over 30,000 on that one. So you can make a lot of money doing novations, like a lot of money. Thing is you just have to be cautious. As long as the seller understands what you're doing and you're getting them what you want. The other part of novation is, I call it a concierge service. You really should be exchanging something. Not just, hey, I'm going to stick it on the market and get it sold. And those aren't the words you would use anyways. You should offer something. Like, one, you're dealing with the agents. If they say they hate agents, great. Yeah, I hate agents too. But what I'll do is I'll handle the agents for you so you don't have to deal with them. I will pay the agents for you. So now you don't have to worry about that. Because it just blows my mind how sellers think sometimes. They're so adverse to agents or paying agents that they'll take tens of thousands of dollars or a pay cut to sell a house not using an agent. It's like, okay, I'll come in and do a novation then, right?
Right.
We'll still market enough. And then the other thing is, you'd offer to, like, if the buyer asks to fix anything, we'll handle it. Most of the time you're not. You're marketing it in as-is condition, right? So in the agent's listing, in my listings, I'm clearly stating this is an as-is condition and the seller is not going to fix anything, right? But on the other hand, you're saying if there's anything that comes up, we're going to handle it, right? Because there still might be something that comes up. There is one in, over by Detroit right now. We have an FHA buyer, and it does have a few minor repairs, but we're talking like a few $100. And the guy wanted to list it at like 125. I recommended 139. We're pending at 139. So he's making a killing on that deal.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Are FSBOs a good way for novations too?
No.
No, not at all.
No, FSBOs are very, if you even say, we'll use the MLS, we'll market your property, because you gotta say those things, right?
Right.
They're gonna be like, hell no.
Okay, because they hate, they're realtor haters.
They're realtor haters, and a lot of them are just very delusional on price. So the majority of the time, FSBOs are trying to get too high of a price for their property.
They're kicking tires.
They don't know how to comp. They don't really know how to price their property.
But is that an opportunity to educate them, or do you feel like they're just way too?
How many sellers have you been able to educate? And turn around?
Sellers?
Yeah.
No, I mean, it all depends on the deal. I mean, it's one of those things where, yeah, I mean, we want to see their problem, we want to solve their problem. That's where I'm at for sure. And so that's why with the FSBO, I'm coming in like, hey, what's the real reason for your selling? If you're kicking tires, then we move on. But if it's something where, grandma died, or, we're going through a divorce, or whatever the issue is, I feel like that's kind of an entry to a conversation at least.
Yeah. The thing is you have to match the pain point with the right solution. So,
100%.
That was one of the reasons why I really liked Creative, because it's not like cash offer is just a cash offer. There's nothing else you can do for that cash offer. It's just like, here's my offer, right? And if they don't accept it, you're done, right? And you walk away. But if like, let's say somebody's goal is they own it free and clear, and their goal is to get the most amount of money for the property, you're creating a hell of a deal if you do you don't talk about interest, but let's say somebody wants $200,000 and you've got them interested in seller finance. If you come up in price, because their goal is to get the most amount of money for their property, you build in the interest, and you say something like, what if I was to pay you $230,000 for this?
Oh yeah, we do that all the time. Yeah, that's kind of standard for sure. I always do that, but I make their asking price the Like, hey, if you want your asking price, then we can, and then slowly you build it up. I feel like a lot of people go to that method too quickly, and
They do.
they over offer too quickly. I think it leaves a lot of money on the table.
For sure. So, really skilled negotiators or salespeople will have full conversations and get all the information
100%.
before you even get to numbers.
That is my rule. Yeah, no numbers on the first phone call ever, because you got to know what's going on, and that's what I'm trying to tell everybody. And that's what, with all the slam dunks I've gotten, it's been because I made friends with the seller and we solved their problem. It's that simple. And
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so depending on what quiver or what arrow we pull out of our quiver as the strategy, that's going to be decided well after that conversation, for sure.
Exactly. So there's a really good sales book called Spin Selling. And basically what they really focus on with that technique is finding the motivation.
Yep.
Like, you need to find your seller's motivation,
Everything.
and so, like, most of the time, for example, this is a very common one. A lot of sellers will say, oh, I just want to downsize.
Why?
Exactly.
Yep, that's the question.
If you just say downsize and make them answer more, because that is not the reason. They don't want to downsize because the house is just too big, because they probably stopped cleaning it 20 years ago anyways, right? So it's not that. It's maybe their bathroom's on the second floor and they're having a hard time getting around. They got a bad knee. Well, that sucks if your bathroom's on the second floor. How the heck do you even go to the bathroom? Do you have a commode, So you've really got to dig. And if you that is one of the simplest ways to dig, is just repeat. It's called mirroring. If you just repeat the question back in a simple way, don't make it so blaringly obvious and annoying. But if they say, yeah, I'm just looking to downsize. Downsize?
You're Chris Vossing us right now.
My house is just too big. Too big?
You're totally Chris Vossing us right now.
Exactly.
I know where you're at. I know where you're at.
Voss is amazing. But the thing is
I've got a chat set up. I put his book into the chat. And so whenever I ask a question, it uses his to give me feedback. The other thing is statements instead of questions. And Chris Voss does this too as well, where your statements are, from what I hear, that neighborhood's pretty rough. And then they fight for it. No, it's not. It's a really good neighborhood. Or, yeah, it is a bad neighborhood. But instead of questions, because is that a good neighborhood is way different than I hear that's a bad neighborhood from what I hear. And they fight for it. So it's, and the bottom line in all of this is be friendly, and just because they're going to do business with you if you're a friend. And the thing I'm most proud about is the houses that I've bought, I can still call the seller and say, hey, we just found that this sprinkler back in the back, does that happen a lot? And they're like, yeah. Oh, the best way to do this is go that way and do this thing. And so I'm so proud that I didn't leave anybody with a bad taste in their mouth, but I still took over their houses and solved their problem. And so that's kind of what we focus on here for sure.
Yeah.
Peggy, thank you. I really appreciate all your help.
You're welcome. I did want to give a word of caution, if I can, just from what I've seen within the creative community. Like, getting properties creatively is still owning a property that could potentially have expensive problems in the future. So usually buy and hold strategy is usually more for the rich. And the reason being is because you can use the depreciation. Now, this is controversial to what everybody will hear. But the thing is, let's say you buy a house, even if it was low down payment, you structured it great. You're like, yes, I won. And the furnace dies in the first year. How do you pay for that? Unless you're in a position to where you can afford to do those things, because those things happen. You get a renter in there and they trash your property, and now you got a full rehab, right? All kinds of scary things can happen. If you're not in a position to where you need tax write-offs, you probably shouldn't buy and hold, or if you can do it in such a fast way of being able to accumulate properties to where you're kind of, in a sense, you're able to build up a larger pot faster, right? Now, when those big things happen, you're like, cool, I've got the money to do it. But I've seen so many people start out buying properties because they think that's the way to get rich, when really it's the way for the rich to keep their wealth. And when they do that, they end up foreclosing on a lot of properties. And it's really sad to see, but I see it all the time. So that's why active income is so very important, to have an active stream of income, whether it's a job or you're doing real estate full time and making a lot of money. Got to save up those kitties. Like, if you need to save on taxes, buy and hold is amazing, but usually you don't cash flow a lot, right? You can on some. You just have to be cautious. And then two, sometimes when you're getting up into those higher price points, it can be harder to find renters for them.
Absolutely.
So, ideally, if you structure a business that's around affordable living, you will always be wealthy in real estate, because it doesn't matter what the economy is. Whether we're having a great economy or we're having a terrible economy, there's always poor people that need places to live.
Yep.
So if you keep your, like, whether you're flipping, whether you're buying, holding, whatever you're doing, if you stay within that, whatever that median price point is and lower of a market, you're going to be solid moving forward.
Good advice. Super good advice. You're dead right. Okay. Thank you. That
Yeah,
gives
you're
us
welcome.
a ton of information, and now another strategy and another friend to send it to. So we appreciate that tons.
For sure. If you guys don't know how to comp, though, please learn that before you start bombarding me with properties. I definitely have.
I'll have them put them through me, and I
Cool.
won't have every. Yeah. So guys, if you come across a novation possibility, let's vet it together, and we'll look it through before we give it to Peggy.
I appreciate that. Thank
How's
you.
that
Yeah,
sound?
because my plate is full. I've been ignoring text, emails, and phone calls.
Go do your thing. We appreciate you taking the time. That's really, really, really nice of you. And it's stuff in Michigan, Georgia, and Indiana is what we're we're going to keep an eye out for. But now we got a better idea of what that all means. So thank you.
Sure. Yeah, you're welcome.
All right,
Bye,
go get your text taken care of. Jeez Louise. Thanks for all the tips. That's great stuff. All righty, guys. Cool. Thank you so much, Peggy. That was cool. All right. So that gives you a little bit better idea of the novation definitions and part of the strategy. Diane Connolly, I know you needed something and you're gone, aren't you? Okay. So, okay, guys. Shoot, I feel bad because she had some properties that she wanted to go over this morning. Let me just text her real quick. Anybody else have any questions? Anything you need to talk about? Anything that happened overnight that we need to take charge of? Sharon, you have more gadgets and tools. I feel like every time we mention one, you're like, "Yep, got it. Yep, got it. I have that too." Do you like?
I was terrible.
Do you like?
Oh yeah, I like Ribby.
Better than PropStream?
It's different. I like Privy because if you want to look at properties, if you want to, like she said, comp, they break up all the properties within. You can change it from to half mile to 2/10 of a mile, whatever.
Okay, so good for comping.
And it'll bring up the if they've been rehabbed, it'll show you before and after pictures. I like that part. It you can, if you want to find out who owns the property, or if it's they have that in there too, who bought it, when they bought it, all that's in there.
Okay, I might test it on one. I mean, why not just test it on one someplace that we like, and do a one state thing. Okay, I'll look into it. Perfect. Thanks, buddy. Steven, what's up?
Yeah, I was just wanting to touch base about our Zoom call we got coming up this afternoon.
Yeah, what's up?
Just a few things that I would want to clarify. One is if the 2 units above are rented out at the moment and how long they're running for. And then
You want to
to
send them a
your
text for that?
sure,
That-
I can do that.
Yeah, I would.
And then,
Those are simple questions that they should
and
have.
okay, and then to your point about finding out, I was under the impression the restaurant was under a 2-year contract, just to verify that, something like that. You were looking at like wanting at least 5 years, correct?
Basically, businesses, you want them to be 5-10 years, because a business takes a few years to get going if they're not established already in an area.
Correct.
So yeah, you definitely want a long-term lease on those kind of things for sure.
Okay. And just like, I mean, for this property, I don't have a wholesale address right now. But when we
This
were
one
doing
doesn't matter because wholesale atlas doesn't, that would be considered a multifamily and more commercial anyhow.
okay.
So you don't need to worry about that. Again, we're not going to make an offer when we talk to them. This is discovery. This is finding
Yeah.
out what's going on in that area. The big one is why they're selling. Because if it's such a great place, why wouldn't you keep it, kind of a thing.
Sure.
So all that stuff. So yeah, make a list of things you want to talk about. Send them to me just so I have them in front of me, and we'll make sure that we address all your concerns for sure.
Yeah. I had started a chat, but my mic was hot, so I shut everything down. But with you and Marilyn, discussing like what would be, for just my personal information, what would be like the break even number for a contract like this? Like, I mean, we know that it would cash flow around 6,000, but what if it only cash flowed $1? I just want to know that number personally. So
What
moving
if
forward,
it just cash flowed $1?
yeah, like, I mean, if it was just a
Well,
monopoly,
here's the deal. It depends on what you want to do with it. Is it something that you want to buy personally? It's a whole different set of criteria. If you want it to be
Yeah.
something that's excellent and somebody's going to want to buy, that's a whole different deal.
Yeah, as far as, I mean, this one is, I mean, this is my first ever, so I mean, this is a JV opportunity, money making possibility for me.
If it's a
Moving
deal,
forward,
yeah.
yeah,
If it's a deal,
if it goes
only
through.
if it's a deal, yeah. Because like I've got a property that I didn't pay anything down for, and it's kind of what Peggy was talking about. Like if something goes wrong in there, I'm not making money on it every month, but I've got $80,000 in equity, and so I'm fine with that because I like the write-offs, I like all that stuff. So it depends on two things. I mean, it depends on what the motivation of the seller is and what the motivation of the buyer is. So
Right.
if you've got a buyer that just needs to do a 1031, which is they've got something they've got to sell and they need to put it somewhere else so they don't have to pay the taxes right now. It's deferred taxes. That might be their motivation. So it all depends. And so that's why we want to get a relationship going with these guys. We're gonna chat with them, we're gonna joke with them, and we're gonna get them to kind of spill the tea on what's really going on with this place. It's a unique place. It's in a cool area. I like Rochester. It's all that stuff is why we're going further, but it has to be a really good deal for us to sell it to somebody else.
Agreed.
Make sense?
Agreed. Yeah. Because I mean, like I said, very new to this, but
Oh, I know. You're fine. You're
still-
doing great. The fact that you've done what you've done, you're fearless, which I love. You run by someplace and you're like, I'm calling that, and then you do. And so
yeah.
most people run by something and go, I'm calling that, and then they go and have lunch.
They don't.
Yeah.
They never do. And so you're pulling triggers. You're my kind of guy, and that's why we're getting on this phone call together.
Yeah. Because like I'm
Is it
just
gonna
like
be- it is not guaranteed to be a deal, and I think you know that. And so let's pick it apart and find out where we can solve some problems. That's the main thing.
yeah. I mean, because big picture, like just dream, like in a perfect world, like I run by this and I had the money to buy it and could do it. If I could just live up top and live in the units below and then rent out the restaurant below, to me, I'm breaking even because I have,
Sure.
but I mean, technically I can't do that right now, but that's the ideal, like that's the dream scenario I would like to be in at one point. Like, oh, how do I live up top there right now? Situation. I can't
Well,
do it now, but
I want you to dream even bigger than that. I mean,
yeah.
we got Jason here, and I'll talk to Jason in a minute because he's chasing a building that he's seen forever in his town, and he's like, I'm going to buy that building. And we talked about it yesterday on the phone, and I'm like, you're going to buy that building. And so it's one of those things. The building I'm in, I wasn't planning on buying this building when I bought it. I was going to rent another office space. And then this one was, it sounds like a lot of money, but it isn't. It was $2,000 more a month to own it than to go and rent something for. So I was paying $6,000 a month instead of $4,000. I'm like, I have got to find that extra $2,000 a month. And so I worked weekends, or I worked, I did something a little bit more, and I bought the building. And thank goodness I did, because it's appreciated like 3-4 times. And so what I paid for it. And so it's one of those things where you'll have that, but keep it vocal, like be as vocal as possible about one day I'm going to have this place, I'm going to live up top, and I'm going to rent out the bottom, and it will happen. It's not even a question, because you're going to figure it out. You're going to figure out how to make that work. So I love that, and that's why this will be a good. We're not making the deal today. We're just going to get one step closer. And so that's the whole focus.
Correct. All right. Well,
Okay.
I'm going to send out an email to them just with my few questions so they'll know what I'm
just prep
asking
them.
and include you in it. And
did they give us
something else?
any kind of T12 or anything? They said that the property management, was it a deal where the property management wasn't that great and they didn't have any records, or did they have records?
They did. They, I think, will be providing that for Plymouth possibly today. I think he might be referring to the properties on Lake Avenue.
Gotcha. You've got
that I'm working on. And then to follow up.
And that 26 unit, no good.
Correct.
Yeah, dead.
The
dead,
Mayflower.
dead.
The Mayflower's dead.
Yeah, it's not
It
even
sank
close.
like the Pilgrims.
Yeah.
To shore. Didn't get to shore.
Yeah, the Pilgrims made it. This one will not.
All right.
Okay, bro.
Good.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, Sharon, what's up?
Yesterday I emailed you about that property at 325 Palmer in Toledo.
Yep.
The one that he said he has the bad tenants in there who weren't paying.
Yep.
And you said to take off him $1,000, he had to take it. Well, I told you that he owed $2,300 in back taxes. He had to satisfy that first.
That's Clover Lawn?
Yeah, no, that's 325 Palmer.
Hold on. I got Clover Lawn. Where's the other one? Clover Lawn, you offered 15?
Yes.
Okay. I've got to, oh, that's right. His taxes were 2,300.
Right. So he can't take 1,000 because he has to pay the rest of those taxes.
Yeah, it's not horrible. Let me get the address. Let's look at it now that we've got our lifeblood back with Wholesale Atlas. Let me just take a look at it real quick. Yeah, so satisfying somebody's taxes is such a great problem solver, because the other thing we can do is you can talk to the county treasurer in the area and just say, hey, I'm willing to come in and take over the burden of this property. Are you willing to give me a break? Because the amount of money they're going to spend taking it to auction and doing all the crap that they have to do, they might be into it. And so again, it's making a phone call.
And he also said that he had a tenant who's a bad tenant who's not paying.
Okay, and so
that's why he wants to just walk away from it.
And he's in Ohio.
Yes.
So, but that's not a California, so that's good, because California leaves the tenant in there for as long as they can do. 3-1.
It's like Cook County.
But
it's only a 3-1. That's it.
But if we get it for 2, so he owes what, 2,300? You said?
Yes.
And he wants 3,000. So I would say
it's $700.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, it's, and what is he getting as rents?
He's not getting any rent at all because they're not paying.
No, I'm, but what is he trying to charge?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, this
It
is,
used to be on market. It was on market when I first started. That was back in November or whatever. And
the fact
now,
that it has
you
a
know,
garage helps a ton because that brings up
they,
the costs.
it was, then he took it off market on, I think, November 9th.
Okay,
He didn't
so
sell it.
I'd love to see pictures of it. Let me just double check here. Did we get any pictures or no?
Just on the outside.
Yeah, we're flying kind of blind on this one, but it's, you know, it's also pocket change. Left or right?
That one. That's the one.
This one?
Yes.
It's not horrible. When is that? Oh, that's May of 22. So yeah, we need to see something more recent. Nothing more recent. Yeah, I mean, I would stick tight with your, I mean, these are so hard because what I would like you to do, and this is just mainly for great education on top of it, is call the treasurer, the county treasurer. So find out what county this is, and call the county treasurer and say, hey, you got this. I know the guy's upside down. He owes that much. What can I do to help everybody out in this situation? And kind of leave it at that. So it's Toledo, Ohio. Let's see what county that is. It's kind of fun too. So I mean, so it's in Lucas County. So it's super simple. It's just the Lucas County. And Ohio's amazing. The people are super nice. I've had my driver's license in Ohio just because it's so freaking easy. And I registered my cars there because you can
Really?
register for 8 years. And I'm like, yes, please. So make a payment. Let's see, property and foreclosure. So if you go to change county, could be just as easy as make a payment. Let's see, online. Sometimes these smaller places don't have anything online. Oh, let's see if it just gives us. So we've got the address. We just don't have the parcel number. So let's get the parcel number. So again, this takes a little bit of time. We'll go to PropStream, we'll get the parcel number. And we'll look up and see exactly what he does though, because he's, you know, if he's as irresponsible with his tenants as he is with his property, he's probably full of it. Okay, so that's the correct address, right, Palmer?
Yeah, 325 Palmer.
Cool. Because it's, I mean, somebody bought it for 8,600 back in the day. 2016, he did. So we'll go to property details, and right here will be the APN. Well, that's the old APN. What the heck? Let's see which ones work. Okay, so that we go back to there. Let's see if this gives it to us. Nope, let's go to the old APN. That's a weird APN.
Sure is. Like this, those few little numbers.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Okay, old APN. Let's go back, see if that does it. If not, you might have to make a phone call. But usually you can get this stuff online. There we go. Oh, sorry.
But what about the delinquent tenants?
That's going to be another, I mean, that's a whole nother deal. Like it's something that, you know, again, you're not going to own it. Hopefully somebody's close by. It's a lot. There's a lot of things. That's why That's why I would tell them, hey, pay your own taxes and I'll just get rid of your tenants. What I like to do is, it's like, hey, give me the number for the tenants. Let me just at least talk to them, find out what's going on. Because like in San Antonio, I had tenants that the owner was like, yeah, they're terrible. They don't pay and da 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 da. And I called them and they're like, yeah, we pay late every month because we don't get paid till the 7th and he wants it on the 1st. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. If you want to pay on the 7th, would you stay? They're like, yeah, that'd be great. And then we solved it. So I want the phone number. I like to communicate with people. Even if they are bad guys that don't pay their rent, I just call them to see what's up. That's what a deal is. A deal is solving a bunch of problems. And so if you can go solve all the problems, then we're kind of good. It's a lot of work. But I mean, if it's an $80,000 place, we don't know what it looks like. You can also call the neighbor and say, hey, I'm thinking about buying the house next door to you. Do you have any information on it? And they probably will. They'll be like, oh, those guys are terrible and blah, 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 or whatever. Or oh, those are our best friends. We love them. I wish I had, because usually you can see what taxes are owed. And it doesn't say, this one's kind of weird. It doesn't give it to you. Delinquent payment plans. That's the other part is you can set up a delinquent payment plan. But it's not giving me. I don't want to make an application. Yeah, so I mean, this is just going to take a lot of digging for right now. If you're into it, I mean, again, you might be digging for absolutely no reason because it might be something that is just completely not what you want to deal with. So that would be the number you want to call.
United Way.
Why is it United Way? That's really interesting.
For
Foreclosure.
foreclosure protection. We don't want to call them.
Yeah, that might be a way to go. I still would like to talk directly to. I don't know. I don't have any of the information yet. That's the problem. Is I want to. Usually, there's a search. You can do like a public search. No, none of these are. Yeah, it's weird. Again, a lot of these smaller counties are just way behind. But I mean, I can find anybody's stuff in Orange County, no problem. This one doesn't. Yeah. Make a phone call and just say, hey, how do I search to see how much I owe on my and just tell them, say I'm looking to buy a property. And just call this number here. Here's all the info.
Okay.
I'll put that in the chat for you.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, see what happens. But that's the point is that's where you make your money. I mean, if this is literally an $80,000 place and you can get it for $1,000 or $3,000 or $2,000 or whatever it is, heck yeah.
Okay.
But it's going to take longer than just like, it's not one phone call guaranteed.
Okay.
It's fun though. I love that stuff. Those are the rabbit holes that I'll go down all day long.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you much.
Hey buddy, see you. Tyrell. What's up, Tyrell?
Hey, that agent from yesterday, the one, what is that, 52250, East Trail in South Bend, the one in South Bend. He basically said, yeah, he's free tomorrow afternoon. I'm trying to get a time out of him now to talk.
Okay, let me find it. Hold on.
Columbia
City?
Nah, in South Bend. I might have gave you the wrong address.
You're just making things up.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not helpful.
No, 52520. I'm sorry.
East Trail. That's right. East Trail. Where in Indiana?
Yeah, it's South Bend. There's no road needed, but
That one, right?
Yep.
Okay, and so, oh, that's right. This guy, this new construction.
Yeah, the
And so
agent
what did he tell
owns
you?
it. The agent owns it. He said he's free to talk this afternoon. I'm trying to nail down a time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is
Okay, and what do you want to talk to him about?
we were gonna talk about listing the property on investor list for him because he wants to get rid of it. He's got
Okay.
like three different properties.
Yeah, okay, let's do it. So I've got, we gotta organize this because I've got a call at 12:30 Pacific time. You got one, I mean, you got them set up for 1 Pacific or
Well,
1 Eastern?
yeah, like I tried to do it like during the live stream.
Okay, yeah, let's do it during the live. That'll be perfect. That'll work.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sending me his number, your number in the same chat. And then I'll call you and then I'll call him.
Okay, perfect.
And you just have to yeah, you get your headphones on, right? So we won't have feedback.
No.
Okay, cool. We will do it. So that's it.
I'm gonna give you the number now, just so you have
That's
it.
at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, whatever it would be your time. At 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So
3 hours. It's
12 my time. Yeah.
Yep.
Two, 5, 0.
Okay. Anything else, bro? You good?
No, that's it. That's it. I'm good.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, I did have a question about the Sam stuff. How do we go about negotiating like with Cat? Like if we're negotiating.
So here's one thing I learned yesterday. And that's why we met Peggy. Is the realtor I talked to about doing the same thing was all for it. She's like, yeah, cool, that's fine. She didn't have the listing. And so
Really?
yeah, and so Peggy did. And then Peggy, well, it's not that bad. That was very dramatic. Then Peggy put it online. And so the price went way up. And I had a buyer that was interested. And he's like, wait, I just saw it. It's listed online for $20,000 less than what you're saying. I'm like, yep, you got me. I was trying to get a big profit. And he's like, we'll pass. I'm like, okay. So that was a unique situation. But when I started talking to her about Sam, she's like, well, it sounds like what you're talking about is a novation. And I'm like, meh, it is kind of. But the novation involves a realtor. And so she's big on that. And she kind of explained everything to you guys, why that's important. So who knows? I mean, I love it getting information. I don't know if that's something I'm going to do every single time, but I have a feeling there'll be something that comes up that we're like, hey, we could help out with that.
And with a novation, we can do novations anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, this one might be a novation, like the one with this guy, because he owns the house. He doesn't want to deal with it, and we come in and say, hey, how about we take care of it? We basically hire the realtor, and then we go the novation route. Who knows? I mean, and it's something that we're going to look into. I just wanted to get from her a little bit more what it was, what it means, and how we find them, and what properties kind of qualify for it.
And it's to my understanding, it's an FHA 203K loan, correct?
That's one way of doing it. That's part of it. The novation itself is basically marketing it on the MLS. And so you're marketing on the MLS with the realtor. And so in simplest forms, you're getting a realtor, but they're wholesale friendly and they're gonna help you a little bit better. So I'm still not well versed in it, even though we talked to her for an hour and I talked to her for an hour yesterday. There's still a lot of questions that I have. Okay. So,
Yeah. So
but when we talk to this guy, I want to see where he's at. It's all about seeing how we can.
I don't know. That number's backwards. It's supposed to be 250
Yeah, just put it in.
5024.
Yeah, just put it in correct, and then I'll ignore the other one.
Yeah.
Just say this is the correct one.
Good morning, Trent. Hey, real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
Your Discord, there's no volume on it at all. Nobody, you got people sitting in the audience, but they can't hear you.
Oh, well, that sucks. Sorry about that, guys. There's no volume. Hey guys, if you guys want to, Marilyn, throw in. Oh yeah, it's in there, guys. We're over in school, and that's why you're not hearing me over in Discord, and you're not hearing me at all in Discord because my mic's on.
No, I have Discord open and I can't hear you at all, but
Hey,
you got
Marilyn, can you hear me in Discord? Let's just kind of troubleshoot this real quick. Marilyn. Marilyn. Hello, Marilyn. Hey guys in TikTok, if you want to join us, just the link's up in the bio. Come on in. We're kind of a think tank of wholesale real estate people that are all making phone calls and helping each other out as we press through. We go 4 hours in the morning. If you're thinking at all about learning how to wholesale, this is the place for you. It's a super simple, easy way to understand the wholesaling process. Marilyn, are you there? Hey, Kate, can you hear me? Kate's not here either. Where's everybody? Where are my people? Huh. Oh, good. Thank you. Hi. Can you try to get Marilyn and find out if she or can you hear me on Discord? They're saying they can't hear me on Discord, and I got all my mic and everything's going, so I just wanted to see. Check, Kate. Oh, maybe not. Voice settings. Input device. Oh, let's try this. Sorry. There we go. I figured it out. Sorry, guys. Hey, everybody in Discord. I don't go in Discord as much. I keep it up just because we're in school. And the link is over there. And what's really cool about this is two different things. We're all working together, and it's kind of it's nice to have people that it's almost like we're all going to the gym together. But people are making phone calls, and if they're having questions, we all kind of help each other out. So we'd love to have you come over. The cool thing is, if you come over and you bring anybody else, anybody you bring in, I'm giving out an affiliate link where you make 50% of the membership fee. So you bring in 2 people and you're in for free, but every other person you bring is $25 that you will be making, and that's every single month. So if you bring in 10 people, you're making $250 a month, which is awesome. So if that's interesting to you, if you're a go-getter, you can share the link with everybody that you know in your DMs and everything, and come over and build this. We've been around for a week and a half. We're pushing 70 people, and so we'd love to have you in here. It'd be awesome. Okay. Thanks, Neil, for pointing that out.
Robert.
Oh, who was it? Robert? Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
I hear voices. I see dead people.
It's okay.
Thanks for doing that. I appreciate it. Neil usually is the one he's usually the one who keeps me on track. It's like, hey, you're doing this wrong. He's mean to me. I like it. Okay.
Can we
Yeah.
would it be any trouble for us to underwrite one of the other ones real quick?
One of the other ones?
Yeah.
What other ones? What are we talking
The
about?
other three, one of the other 3 properties, just to see if it makes
Oh yeah,
makes sense.
oh, the ones that we're gonna talk to him about?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me send me the address again. I closed it down accidentally. Stand by. What's the address?
Geez, let me actually get you the address.
Okay, take your time. I'm trying to get back to where I want to be. Okay, 5 what?
52520 East Trail, East TRL, ETRL, East Trail.
You okay?
Nope,
You stroking out of it?
you know it. You know it.
Oh, uh. I can only joke about strokes because I've had one. They're super fun.
Oh, really?
That's what that got me on the straight and narrow. I'll tell you, that's a quick way to get yourself back to healthy. I know. Looking at me, you would be like, "Well, I don't see it."
He's so young and handsome, you know.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's ridiculous. 52052. What was it? Give me the number again.
52520.
52520. Let's run it and see. So it's not coming up on Atlas because it's off market, probably. La, 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 la. So, how much does he want for it?
This would be seller finance. He said in terms of cash, he wasn't too flexible on price, but he's open to doing the owner finance.
Oh, he is.
Yes.
And at what terms did he have? I can't remember. I know we probably went through this already.
Yeah, so he was
How many
basically
bedroom?
I think it's a three bath.
33? Okay. And we're gonna 150 it just so we can get through it. Okay.
He wants 15%, but I was only gonna offer like max 10.
Get a quick air.
Okay. And at what offer price?
We were just gonna offer slightly above because he wants an interest rate.
Sure.
So I was gonna offer. I was gonna offer like 410
So what is he asking?
to start with. He's asking 394.
Okay, let's start with 394. And a down payment of, you're saying 10%?
Yes.
So 40, basically. No rehab, it's brand new. Rent estimates there were 1,200.
20. No. It's currently rented for 2,900.
2,900. And it's got a renter in there. So we like a 10-year balloon just so we can get there. We're not doing an interest rate. And so at 2,900, we're going to offer him. And again, we just need to justify this and tell him why we're offering these things. 2,900 divided by 4 is 725. So we can go 725 a month. Okay, but you're saying that he wants interest on this somehow, right?
Yeah.
So at that price, so we can say, we can start here and then we can say, or we can go 420, 0% interest. The interest is figured in the extra 20 grand. If he's savvy at all, he'll be like, what? That's gonna be more than that for interest. We're still fine because it's a pretty great, if he's actually getting 2,900 and he is, you said it's rented out for that. We can cash flow pretty well. So we can go to 1,000. I don't have a problem with that a month.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of flexibility on this one. So the key is let him talk. We're not going to offer things. We're going to let him say what he wants. Okay.
Yeah.
What is, do you know what the very best thing you can do in any negotiation?
Not talk. Be quiet.
Correct. Shut your mouth. 100%. Okay. So we're going to chat with him. We're going to get to know him. We're going to understand what he's doing. He's got 3 of these. And who knows, maybe if he says, yeah, if I could get a $3 grand a month for, all 3 of these, that would do what I need to do. I'm going to be, my question to him more than anything is, hey, what can we do to help you on this? Okay. There's no hard sale. There's none of that. We're just gonna be friends that are trying to help him out. Give me the put the other here. Let's set up a chat, just you and me. Give me all the addresses so I have them. So when we're talking to them, we know what's what. So this is one, right? I'll put this one in.
Excuse me. Hold on. I'm getting the addresses for you.
I got the one, and then just you put the others in, put his phone number, your phone number, all in the same place, so it's easier for me to get. And his name's Steve?
Correct.
Okay, I got his number here. Thank you, Marilyn. And then you want to call him right now?
Yeah, he said he was free in the afternoon. He didn't get back to me with a time.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 1 o'clock East.
Yeah, he didn't get back to me with a time just yet.
Okay. Well, yeah, just let me know. We'll do it. Okay.
The other address is 557.
Just put it in the
Oh,
chat. Yep, just put
gotcha.
all three in the chat because I'll be copying and pasting them into our, so we can check it out. Hey guys, just in case you haven't heard, Wholesale Atlas is back. Thank goodness we missed it. They said it's back, but it could be still a little bit buggy because it's a brand new. They had to do everything brand new. So like a good point is like we're gonna go here and talk to Diane. Okay, Tyrell, let me know when you're ready. Hey, Diane, you want to jump up here? We're going to look at your properties that you sent me in the email or in the text. Diane? Where'd she go? Okay, well, she had 2 properties she wanted to talk about, and I know she was here at the beginning and we got sidetracked. Okay. Let me bring in somebody else here real quick. Yeah, Tyrell, just let me know as soon as you know when we got the guy. Wood Duck and Nature View. I mean, more than likely they're all the same, right?
In terms of the way that there's the floor plan, yes.
Okay.
They're all at different price points because one of them
Put the
was very
prices next to them just so I have them.
Okay.
That'll help. Thanks.
No problem.
Are they all exactly, I mean, are they the same type of buildings? Did you kind of do the same stuff?
They're all custom. They're all Irish custom built, just in different ways. Similar floor plan, but
I'm sorry, Irish custom built? What does Irish mean?
the Irish custom homes. I'm sorry.
I don't know
Is
what
the
Irish-
name of the people that did the build, which I guess yeah, I mean him.
Um,
Ooh, that's nature being tripping.
Say it again.
The one that I just sent you, that one was for nature view. I'm just gonna delete that or edit it. We're chilling.
So are these all on market?
Yeah, they're all on market.
Okay. So it's weird that they're not coming up on Atlas then. I thought they were off market. Let's see why.
Actually, I'm sorry. His wife took down the one on Nature View. Or no, Wood Duck. It's worth he's asking 5.
Okay. Yeah, it's not coming up for on Atlas for that one. Let me see. So Nature View is
Nature View's on market, yeah.
and it could just be a hey Marilyn, if you can send the trail one to Wholesale Atlas and just let them know that one didn't come up and it is on market. That one comes up. All right. Oh yeah, they're substantially different.
I think her
Trent?
mic is not working, Trent. I mean, she's trying to speak, but
Who is?
yeah, Marilyn.
Oh, she's trying to speak, but it's her new headphone.
Yeah, it's
She
not
got a new
working.
headset. All
Yeah.
right.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Thank you.
Okay. So this is the other one. So this is, oh no, it came up on Zillow. What the heck? Did I put it on Zillow?
You've got the other one put up on Wholesale.
Oh, here it is. Okay. I thought it, I'm like, what did I just do? Okay. So
This
and
one is also currently rented. Let me get
How much?
let me get the rent number real quick. Grab my
25.
notepad. 3,000.
3,000. How long are the leases? Do we know?
The one on Trail, the one on East Trail ends in May. I have not gotten the lease agreement for
Okay.
this one.
Those are things we need every time. When people say things, we just always just need proof. So this is another 750. Yeah, I mean it does the same numbers as the other one. So they're all basically the same. This is the dream. This is what we want.
Yeah.
Property taxes are expensive, 600, 650-ish. So yeah, find out when he's ready to talk. But this hasn't been listed 400 days. When was it built?
2023.
Oh, it really was. Okay. And they've been sitting, oh, well, he's got them rented. I don't know why he would want to, what's his reason for selling?
He's 70 and he wants to get rid of them. He
Okay,
wants to close out his books on that side of South Bend.
Okay. And he wants 10% on all these?
Yes. I mean, I was gonna offer. He wants 15, but I was only gonna offer 10. Like I think that's plenty of quote unquote skin in the game. I mean, but
Yeah.
it's we at the end of the day, we wouldn't be the ones with the conversation that we're gonna have. We wouldn't be the one,
We wouldn't be
wouldn't
the ones what?
paying it.
No, yeah, I mean, but we need to sell it. So we just want it to be good deals for people. These are excellent deals if we can get them at this price. He's probably going to want us to, you said he doesn't care about the monthly. He cares about the down payment.
His biggest thing was the down payment.
Okay. So, I mean, if we have to, we'll talk to him, let him talk us up to, his 15% is like 70,000. Yeah. So he'll want 75,000. So just know that when we're going in, we're going to start at 40 because it's 40 times 3. So we're at, 120 for all three. I mean, we could potentially go 150 on all three and get it to 50,000. And that's a lot of skin. So
yeah, I agree. I think that's totally fair. I think 50,000 is a totally fair number to land on.
yeah, and I mean, here's the deal. We won't do a Sam deal. If he agrees to a good price, then we will get them all three under contract. And then we'll say, hey, give us 30 days and or 15 business days or whatever. And we'll get these sold. He knows you're a wholesaler, yes?
No.
I thought that was the whole point of this call, was to tell him we want to do a Sam style,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
but he doesn't know you're a wholesaler. So how do we?
You said we were gonna flip the script.
Okay.
Like, hey, I can't afford these right now.
Okay. Okay, cool. That's what we'll do. I just, so we know, so I know where we're at.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Okay, Robert, what have you heard about the our vacationing realtor for 99 State Street? Did you find out anything?
Okay. I just sent off the offer to the one you called yesterday, the guy that couldn't stop talking.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that was a technical aerobatics happening, but it's worked out. I just sent it.
What are technical aerobatics? What is that?
It
I love
means
your
that
terms, Robert, are the best.
Well, I can't do it for you. All I can do is push-ups, but it doesn't work sending it on my M1 Mac Mini, which is interesting, but it did work on the phone.
Oh, okay. So you sent, what did you send him?
I just sent him the offer we worked out yesterday.
Yep. What was it?
Well, you said it was $395 cash and $450 a 10-year terms with $1,200 rent, and then you said if no, that don't work, maybe you can up it to 5.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna, just after we get through yakking here, I'm gonna call the lady and the other lady with the two with their two problems, the one downstairs and the one upstairs. And they called it not the probation, the city's not getting back to me. So I'm going to tell her that, but we've already asked her to provide a mortgage statement and rent roll for downstairs, the commercial. And what's going on with the with the rents. So
well, and figuring out why they won't let certain businesses be in there, but they'll let, I mean, it's all under the umbrella of medical. So it was interesting.
I almost think there's something hanky pank going on with that department.
That's what we want to find out.
You know, anyway, I won't, that's a whole rabbit's trail right there.
Okay, cool.
But there's a lot of money involved in these things sometimes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
guys, I want you to meet Jason. Jason, jump up here. Jason, he and I have met. He's in Colorado Springs, and he's actually a buyer in Colorado Springs. And so he's got a beauty salon that he's driven by a million times. And he's like, you know what? This is going to be mine. So tell me, give me an update real quick of what you found out about that. You said the sellers were into it.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Good to meet everybody. Glad to be here. Thank you, Trent, for including me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is kind of an interesting property. It's I talked to him yesterday. She is into, they owe about 400 and some on it. She is into, they've got a 4% interest rate. She's into owner financing it for me. She asked what the best way to be able to do that was, and
so it wouldn't be owner finance. It's going to be you taking over the loan, correct?
Yeah, you're correct. I'm sorry.
No, just making sure that I remembered right.
Yep. And the way that I talked to her about it is I kind of used Trent's lingo, and she goes, well, how are we going to do that? And I said, well, it's simple. We just put the property into a trust. I buy 90% of the trust, and you maintain 10%, and we kind of set it up that way. And then she was like, oh yeah, I think that works great.
It's awesome. So
whatever
good.
you say. So I don't have an update on the appraisal yet. We're waiting on the appraisal to come in.
It takes forever.
Yep. And so she's supposed to get back to me on a timeline of that.
So let me fill everybody in real quick. So what this is, it's a building that's got 24 separate rooms. and they rent out for, we're conservatively saying 450 per room. There's rooms with windows that rent out for double, but it pulls in about 10 grand a month, just on those low rents. And their mortgage is under 5 grand. So as far as a deal, this is as good as they get. Did she expect a down payment of any kind of money? Did she want some money down?
Yeah, she's
her
gonna want
equity?
money down. She's gonna want the difference between the appraisal and the what's owed on the note.
Okay. And so the thing there is, we're going to be like, yeah, that's going to be where you're negotiating, trying to get it a little bit lower. But the appraisal is the appraisal. And so it's going to be kind of hard to talk her down from that. Have you ever gotten any kind of comps from the other buildings that are in that complex?
I haven't. I've got a commercial broker friend here in Colorado Springs that I reached out to and asked him to pull comps for me on.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
I'm expecting some, but I don't have them yet.
Okay. And I mean, honestly, I mean, the appraisal is a blessing and a curse, because there's not a whole lot that you can argue about. The appraisal is what the appraisal is. But I mean, if you can take over the majority of that loan, the 500,000, I mean, if she's wanting, I mean, if the appraisal comes in at 6, which that's where I'm assuming it's going to come in. I know she wants 8. I think
Yeah, so I pulled up tax records for it for fun. And they actually, their system was back up this morning. So market value, and again, this, you can never trust the market value on the assessor's website, but market value is at 706.
Okay.
So I could see, and it depends on her relationship with the appraiser, right? I've influenced.
No, not anymore. Yeah, appraisers.
Really?
Appraisers don't let you talk to them. Like when I get my building appraised, they're like, "Okay, thank you," and they just walk away. And I had one. Yeah, I just had this appraised. I had my Ohio house appraised, and they're very hands off because of everything that happened back in 2008 when everybody and their grandmother could get a loan. The appraisals, the rules for appraisers is really, and they are the crossing guard, hall monitor kind of guys that they follow the rules. So you can trust that she's not going to have a lot of influence. Maybe in Colorado Springs, since it's a little bit smaller and they might go to church together or something, maybe, but I would trust the appraiser, because their reputation is on the line for any kind of appraisal.
Well, and the positive thing is it's an appraiser out of Denver.
Oh, good.
So if he's coming out of the Springs, so he's going to look at like closest comps, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So we'll see what that comes in at.
Yeah, and with your commercial guy on top of it, that's just kind of icing on the cake. I mean, you'll be able to see if that appraisal is really legit. Again, there's still going to be negotiation that could happen. I don't think it's an $800,000 property by any stretch at all. So I think you're probably going to be in the 700s, but if you can get in there for 200,000 down, you're in a great situation. I mean, this is.
Yeah. And I can find 200 grand somewhere to pull that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really good.
Okay, good.
Well, and the cool thing too, Trent, is the lady that cuts my hair is in the building right next door to it. She used to be a tenant of this lady's.
Right. And you said that she would bring in more people, right?
Yeah, she'd fill it. So my thought is she wants to be an under 10% partner. And so, which I'm fine with, because they don't have a whole bunch of money on it.
Okay.
But she would handle all the property management as far as getting tenants in and dealing with all the girls.
You know what I'd suggest? I would suggest free rent and one of the properties, like one of the rooms that she gets the full rent on.
That's an interesting thought.
The reason being is because a partner in any kind of real estate can hang up the entire real estate deal. So if you guys, for whatever, she did your hair bad one day or whatever, you guys get mad at each other, whatever it is, she can then cloud title because she owns a part of it. I don't have partners in anything. I don't like partners because they can come in and cloud it. But if you give her the chance to make money every month, and so she's getting free rent and she gets another one, I mean, that's now you're renting 22 of them at $450. I think that's a better way to go.
Okay, she rents out of the building next door, so she wouldn't move her salon.
Okay, but give her 2 maybe.
But I could give her 2 or maybe give her 3 or something. I don't know. We can come up with something.
The key is say, hey, could I give you one of these and see if that would satisfy? I mean, she'll be making $450 a month on it.
Right.
Just straight revenue. And if she's smart, she gets a piece of what the girls are making. So if they're doing extensions or whatever, and they're making $1,200 a woman, she can work her own deal, and then it's totally separate from you. You don't have to deal with a partner.
Good point. Okay.
So
I like
worth
that
it.
idea.
Yeah, so worth it. Like even, don't get too generous, but 2 of them, you'd still make 9,900 each month. So you're still right at 10.
What's the best way to pull that extra 200 grand besides friends and family? Do I try? You can't really get a loan to fund a loan, right? So you have to have cash up front to be able to do it.
Hard money lender, but I mean, you're going to be paying a ton in interest.
Yep.
So I like friends and family just because you can spread it out over a bunch of people. You're organized enough, you know how to do all that stuff.
Okay.
That you can keep everybody happy, and you can do a finite amount that they all get back. Like, hey, I need 20 grand for 2 years, and I'll pay you back 25 grand or whatever it is. You can make it, something that's enticing.
Okay. You made a couple of comments to me on the phone the other day of softwares that I have not recognized. One of them was Atlas, and one of them was PropStream.
Okay, so Wholesale Atlas is one that I use for searching for deals.
Okay.
This one's awesome. Your stuff wouldn't come up because it's commercial.
Sure.
But it's gone through some issues the last couple weeks, so they've changed things a little bit. But what you can do in Atlas, which I love, is here. We'll go right to it. I can go to Colorado Springs, and your population's 600,000 people. We can find what's for sale in Colorado Springs. So it's awesome. It takes a minute just because they cleared out their entire search, and so it has to repopulate.
Okay.
And especially when you go to smaller areas, it takes a minute. So you just got to bear with it.
Is it pulling MLS deals, or is it pulling off market?
Zillow on market. Everything's on market.
Okay.
So, and then there's another one which is called PropStream. Is that the one that I talked to you about?
Yeah, you looked up her loan balance on PropStream.
Yeah, so PropStream is awesome. It gives you, here, let me just I'll just do Colorado Springs, and let's find a address in Colorado.
Can you skip trace?
I've got different ways of skip tracing, but it gives you a lot of it'll give you a lot of stuff. So this is just giving you everything that's in Colorado Springs right now.
Okay.
So let's just, like, if I clicked on something, you hit details, and so it doesn't automatically skip trace, but you can find it. That, like, right here, Abeta Investments is the company, and there's their address. So simply Google it, or I use another thing called Ben Verified, and that helps me find it as far as, so, like, you can go in and you can see what their mortgage is. Like on this one, they've got about 210 that they owe. Their interest rate's really good. This is actually a commercial loan, so it must be multifamily. No, it's a single family, I think. Yeah, so it's a great way to find properties as well.
I bet he has it rented out.
Yeah, it must be commercial. I mean, it must be multifamily.
But it's owned by LLC, isn't it?
Yep.
So I bet anything I've seen in Colorado, if it's owned by an LLC, it has to go for a commercial loan.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. So it's a 4-bedroom that's rented out. So like that one, I would also, I can underwrite it in, so knowing how much they owe is cool. And so we know now that they owe 100, let's call it 150, let's call it 200 just to make it easy. 209 actually. So then we can go back to Atlas. So here's what's going on here as well, for Colorado Springs. You can sort these. I'm doing two things at once, so bear with me. I'll hold on to the address. So you can sort these high to low or low to high, and you can see all the low properties in the area.
Okay.
So you guys are, as far as rents, it's a tough area. This is a great rent for the area. It's a 5-bedroom, rents for $2,200, and you're paying $150,000. That's a lead to analyze. I'm not sure why the picture didn't pull up, but usually the picture pulls up. But you can see what it looks like on Zillow. Yeah, so this it's an auction. So since you're there, I would say go to the auctions.
You know what's interesting, Trent? I have with my company, we have an ability to stop auctions if I can get a hold of the owners up to the date of the auction. National.
Everybody has that ability because you just put in an offer. Yeah, if you put in an offer, it stops an auction.
Okay.
So that's something. Yeah. So yeah, that's a great way to stop an auction if it's happening. The key though is calling on these and saying, hey, what's going on here? Or how far behind? They might be $100,000 behind, and whatever. But it's a great way. Oh, they actually. Wait a minute. How did that come up? Hold on, just one second. They changed things. A little bit. Okay, so they're using a different API, guys. They're now using Homes. So I thought I went to Zillow and it went to homes.com instead.
That's interesting.
So they used to go to Zillow, but Zillow just changed its API for these guys, and so they've been having a hard time. So I think they switched over to homes.com's API. But yeah, and so like the other one, if we want to search it, we can go over here and we can search it. Oh, their UI is all over the place. So that's that other one that we just kind of happened on.
Yeah.
So if you put into Atlas, you can search it and then you can underwrite it, and it makes it just 10 times easier to underwrite. It's still a little hinky they just completely reprogrammed it, so you got to kind of bear with it. But here it is. So that's that 4-bed, 1 bath.
What's the zip on it? Sorry.
No worries.
80917. Yeah, that's a good zip too.
It is. Okay. So on this one, like they're asking 380. It gives us different options of how we can do it. We could do a seller finance. We could do the subject to, which is what you're doing is basically a hybrid, but you're going to do a subject to on the.
Hi, Steve. Tyrell here. Me and Trent.
On the hair salon.
Okay.
Jason, I think Tyrell didn't give me any kind of warning. Hey, Tyrell, are we doing your call real quick? Tyrell?
No, I'm leaving him a voicemail. I just called him.
What's that? Oh, you're leaving a voicemail. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute you. So this gives us different ways of doing it. If we were to do a cash deal, we can just throw in the offer price. If this needs rehab, which this one doesn't, it looks like it's pretty turnkey. The rent estimates, I always pick whatever. This will give me 2 different rent estimates. I always pick the lower one and put it in. And I like to, golly, things have changed here. I like to put in their offer price and just see if it cash flows at that offer price. And this doesn't.
Okay.
So it loses 776. And so that allows you to try to figure out another way to make this work. So this is overpriced in my eyes. It's probably not for the area. If you go to like Alabama or Ohio, you'll find places that will rent for this amount for the $2,000 a month, and they're $150,000.
Wow.
And so because I want to buy in Provo because that's where my kids are, and it's impossible. It's the same thing you're dealing with probably in Springs, where they're just, the rents are going to always be just so low compared to what you're paying for the properties.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have a hard time finding places, but I think your play is multifamily, because it seems like there's a lot of multifamily up there.
Yeah, there does seem a lot of multifamily, and yeah, in that 80917 area and 809, I've got a list of zip codes, but I've got capacity to buy 30 homes a month there. So
Okay, well, now if you've got that capacity, why can't the beauty salon be a part of that?
me and contacts. So if I can't close on one, I have a close group that I work with.
Okay.
That I just wholesale to.
I would lean on those guys and say, hey, I've got this beauty salon. I can, here's your guaranteed money back. Those are the guys you want to go after, because they're used to it. And
Oh,
it's small.
interesting. You mean for the difference?
For the down payment? Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you can explain the whole deal to them, show them exactly what they'll get back, and stretch it out for 5 years.
Yeah.
And even pay them monthly, or at least save it monthly. So when that 5 years comes, you're done. You just can pay them off.
Yeah. Okay.
If you've got that kind of an investment group that knows you,
Yep.
they would be all over that.
Okay.
And it's a small entry fee. If you had 10 of them, get 10 of them to put in 20, get 20 of them, or however you want to work it.
Yeah.
5 to do 40, I think you could probably, that's going to cost you a few lunches, but I think you'll nail that. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So mainly, Trent, you spend a lot of time doing on-market deals. Is that mainly where you guys get leads, or do you pull off market? What do you?
I would love off market. Like, off market's just a tougher animal. My whole thing is we're kind of in the entry level. And so we're doing on market to get people comfortable with understanding how to do what we do. And so a lot of these guys are, it's getting on the phone and understanding rapport and understanding, getting these deals going. But then guys like you that have investors, we want you here too, because then we can be like, hey, Jason, I've got this deal. Let's throw it to your investors and see if they want it. I also have the other thing I have is, it's called Investor Lift. And Investor Lift is just a huge program, expensive program that, like, I've got this for sale right now, and it's just spitting out people that I should be calling.
Do you have Falcon, or what do you have in Investor Lift?
I'm on Falcon.
Okay. I'm on Pro.
Oh, you are? Okay. Yeah.
But it lapses in April.
Okay. So yeah, I've got Falcon, and then I think I just got upgraded, though. They gave me Lieutenant.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, so it's super, super easy. You already know it, so that's even better.
So how can I help this group? Like, what can I do? What can I bring that would help everybody?
The big one is knowing that if we find something in Colorado Springs, you have a buyer for it. That's great. So a JV situation there is great. But yeah, just to hang out. It's a great place to, you'll see a lot of people are just working and they're just kind of listening. And if something comes up that they have a question about, and the salon's a great one. That's, if you have a question in the middle of your negotiations or whatever, you just lean over and you're like, hey, what do you think of this? So we're kind of a think tank, and that's what I wanted more than anything.
Cool.
Is it's a great place to, it holds me accountable to get my work done for 4 hours every morning. So I go 4 hours. I go 8 a.m. till 12 p.m. Pacific. And so it's an awesome place to, and you've got your background in building communities is huge, because you've got all these little insights. So, you being here is a great way to just, lean on somebody that knows the business.
Cool. I love it. Yeah, that sounds fun. I've got a pretty good book of buyers in St. Louis too. So
that's right. Yeah. And so that's huge. So if you say, hey, I've got guys in St. Louis, they want 3 2s, they want it to be $80,000 or less or whatever, and you throw out a buy box in classroom, in the I always call it classroom, in school.
Yeah, in school.
You can throw that in there.
Okay.
And so
Cool.
you just say, yeah, in the community, you can just say, you know, I've got my buy box in St. Louis is blah, 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 blah. Reach out to Jason. You know.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. And I love JVs too. I've done a few of them. So
Good.
yeah, I'm in for it all.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, it's just a great place that we can all kind of take care of each other and keep each other accountable. And here's a great segue because we got Sam in here. Sam is developing a comping tool. And so I've been sneakily using it, not showing everybody yet, because it's got some bugs and we're trying to figure it out. And so Sam's like, hey, I've got this comping tool. You want to check it out? So this is a place to bring innovation, to bring, you know, deals, to bring buy boxes. I just want to get everybody working. And the beauty is anybody you bring, you can make $25 off of every single member that comes in every single month. And the membership's $50. But you're getting, you know, you get anybody in here, or you get 100 people in here, depending on what marketing you can do, then you're making exactly what I'm making, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. I love it.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yep. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Okay, Sam, let's grill you here. You ready to get So guys, Sam has put together a comping calculator, which we're not there yet, but we're trying to get there. There's a lot of little things that we've been changing around and trying to fix. One thing that I talked to, we had Peggy come in this morning, Sam, and one thing that Peggy told us it was how important comping is. And so
yeah,
I'm not sure if your program is doing it, but there's a huge difference if a property is on a major road, if a property has a garage, if a property, and so all those things, are you considering all that stuff in your comps?
you know, so let me just back up for a second. So the way the tool I'm trying to develop here is using in the background, using the intelligence of AI to be able to take these things into consideration. And it's all about the prompting and feeding it those criteria as we refine it to get a better idea. So it combined, the data comes in from the Zillow or I'm trying to find a good, solid property database, like an API, because that's critical. And then from there, I'm having the AI look at all these different criteria to be able to start evaluating it. Like one of the things I have embedded is a subdivision, because I read some of it. I looked at all the, I'm not going to say all of it, most of it on the YouTube, how they do comps, and the one was really good was Jamel Dimji. That guy was really cool to how he does it. Yeah, there's a couple more. We got a couple more local guys. So what I did was I fed the AI those links of the videos. I said, okay, use those script to start kind of like learn itself how to evaluate it. So that's what I have been, been doing, and it's just a learning process. So the idea is I can, I would love to get more the finer point of the comps, because the big stuff is obvious, right? I can embed that into the ARV's intelligence, and then we can kind of circle back and says, okay, what makes sense? Because one thing I realized, the ARV is somewhat of a black art and more of experience than anything else, right? Yep. So I think I'm trying to cover as much base as I can, but you cannot replace the human input. Okay?
Absolutely,
like
no, 100%. And I think it's good. So one that they told me about this morning was Privy too. If that's if they have an API,
I'll get on it. Yeah,
you might want to lean on them too, because
well,
Sharon in here uses it and she likes it, right, Sharon?
Yeah. Yes, I do. It also it gives you realtors, investor-friendly realtors in the area, in the state.
Yeah. Honestly, to be transparent with you guys, there is an API that basically beats them all, but it's very expensive. It's called Atom, ATTOM. Actually, these guys, all they do, that's all they are. They're not really a solution. They're just an API provider, and it's pulling everything out of the MLS, and they're actually the provider of Zillow. So Zillow goes to them.
Right. Yeah, I've seen Atom for sure.
And I talked to these guys, and
Well, now,
apparently,
I'm
yeah.
not sure if these are the guys that just got. Did they just lose the deal with? Because I think this is the API that that Wholesale Atlas was using.
Okay, they're the kind of like the end all of APIs for the real estate data, because they just bought another company that I was hoping to tag into, but they rolled them into the fold, and then the pricing here is like a minimum of $2,000 a month.
Yeah, exactly. That's where,
right?
you got to jump on it.
Exactly, and frankly, all the other APIs that are providing services, they're using them to kind of resell the access. So I'm in the process to try to get to using ATTOM into the ARV, because that's the key to the intelligence. But if Privy is good, I'll look into Privy and I can incorporate that. The one thing also I'm doing on this is that I'm having the AI use multiple data input to give you the best possible feedback. So, and I'm using 2 different models at the same time. So like we're using ChatGPT and I'm using Claude, and says, okay, combine the 2 intelligent and give us the best results. So the one thing that I'm, bottom line, the more we use it, the better it gets.
Exactly.
Kind of a thing, Trent.
And
sorry about, I mean, that's why I have it out there to be used, because the more it gets used, I have a function. A self-learn. And I'm going to add like a thumbs up, thumbs down kind of a feedback loop into the ARV. So that way, if it looks good to you, you say that looks good, and it will tell the intelligent to you're on the right track.
Okay, so it'll be user based that we're saying, yep, this one worked, and
because
feedback,
because there's one thing I haven't told you about this, Trent. Sorry about that, man. I came up with this prompt or intelligence because I have a ChatGPT on my end that does comps, and I kept training it. So, and the training was the feedback loop. When you have at the end of the chat that says, thumbs up, thumbs down. When you do the thumbs up, that says you're on the right track. And then I feed it back, said this is good. And when I did that multiple times, and I pulled the prompt out of that and put it into the ARV. So one thing I need to implement probably is just that whole feedback, because I want, So
here, we're running one just real quick. Tyrell, this is your property that we're going to call on here in a second. And so I want you guys to kind of see where he's at with it. Again, it's in its infancy. This isn't exactly how it's going to be. The user interface is going to be way different. But just so you get an idea of, everybody's out there working on something. And so I like giving you guys a stage here to test it, to get feedback, all that kind of stuff. So it's not ready yet. It's not something to go on to yet. But what I'm noticing is it's not giving me very accurate information. So like on this one, it would be a thumbs down, because this one is, I had it and now I don't have it. Stand by. Let me look it back up here. This one, they're asking like 500,000 for it. And so I don't know if they're that far off or we're that far off. So we don't know. So, no, they're 400,000. And so the comp on this one doesn't even come close to 400,000. So in those situations, it's like, well, what do we do? And so I'm looking at the comps in the area. And so none of these are in that $400,000 range at all. So how can we check on it? How can we decide, like, wait, is this, should we be going back to this house and saying, no, you're, as far as I'm concerned, you're only worth 270,
Trent, if you guys don't mind, I would love to get some of those things that doesn't look oddity, and I can check them. I have a couple of more tools that going to validate the output. All I need is just the, whatever you send me, because that's a great point.
So what I was trying to do was do that where I logged in, and it doesn't save. I mean, it doesn't do this. It doesn't show me the same thing. So
no, I know.
Okay, okay, good.
I'm working at this user interface is because that's the market, outside for everyone. Once we get that dialed in, I can transfer it into the paid piece. The paid piece, it was it's a different, we're playing around with the interface because I want to improve it, but this is the one we should really, kind of our baseline, if you don't mind for now.
Yeah, and that's what I've been using just to kind of put that. But what's cool is, and the beautiful thing here, guys, is like I was talking to them and I'm like, hey, if I'm talking to a seller, I'm going to be giving them the the lower ARV because I want to talk them into their place not being as worth as much. And so when I do that, I want to be able to put together a report and send it to them and say, hey, here's what I got, and pick the ones that support that. So like the 270 and the 295 or whatever. Or if I'm selling it to a buyer, I'm like, hey, you should see this thing's 325. It's awesome. And then I can pick the ones a lot like Comp GPT, but Comp's going away because just for the reason that you're saying is the API was so expensive that they need to have 1,000 students for it to be worthwhile. Otherwise they'd have 20 students, they have to charge them $200 a piece.
Right. Right.
So that's one of those things where I just really want to make sure that it's almost everything is a little bit more adjustable, if that makes sense, because we want to know, and it's got to have all those little nuances that, but you're on the right track, 100%. I mean, you're going after the people that know what they're doing, and if you can create it, this is what everybody wants. And I think it's kind of the unicorn where everybody's trying to do this and trying to make something that's a quick, easy comp.
Yeah, and Trent, I mean, with your help and your eyes here, it's been incredible as far as finding these little finer detail and the interface, because behind all this, there is a 5-page report that can be printed out that shows like a market analysis.
Yeah.
But a lot of time you want to know yes or no, like now. So this has been very helpful. But honestly, guys, the bottom line of this, the intelligence is one thing as far as the AI, consideration and input, is what I'm trying to find is a good, solid, accurate database that pull in the information from the thing. So I got 2 options: go to various MLSs across the country and pull all this, and there's so many MLSs that, or try to find that the Atom solution, because that seemed to be the one that has a massive amount of data set. But hopefully Privy can do that. So I'll test out Privy and see if they have an
check
API.
it out. I mean, whenever I hear of anything, I'm passing it off to you.
Please.
Letting you decide yes or no.
Yeah, with it. Absolutely. But that's really where we're hoping we get to. But again, I am benchmarking a lot of the people out there who everyone likes and trusts as far as the ARV calculation, the process and the consideration, and I'm plugging those in. We have a local real estate guy here in Chicago. I like him a lot, and he has a couple of videos about how to comp. I took some of those points and put them into the intelligence. So I'm keep building up that as well. So when you get the right data with the intelligence, you get a pretty accurate ARV. So and if anybody else who have things they want to share with me or send to Trent, and he knows how to get a hold of me, please do. I'll load it up, because the more those finer points is really what makes a break a deal. I know. I can tell you that myself.
You're doing a great job. And I wanted to share it with everybody just to let
you
know there's stuff going on, that is going to help us do all this work. And so Sam's one of those guys he's going to be helping us out. He's the wizard behind the curtain.
Trent, okay, you're too kind. Thank you.
You're awesome. All right, thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, Trent, for having you guys. Enjoy.
Take it easy.
Bye-bye.
Okay, guys. No, I mean, we've got tons of people that are gonna that's the kind of the whole part of this think tank is getting these guys in here, and really, finding better, faster ways of doing this. Okay, Tyrell, do we know about your call? Is that going to happen? I can't hear you, Tyrell, if you're talking to me.
He hasn't gotten back to me yet.
Okay, cool.
I called him probably about 30 minutes ago. He didn't answer.
Okay, cool. All right, no problem. Hey, Geo, in TikTok, you can go right up to the, there's a link in my bio. Just click on that and sign up, and you'll be in here. I'm here to help you guys however I can. I'm trying to always find people that are developing things and are doing things different or whatever to come talk to us and help us through. But even more importantly, I would love to get on the phone and get deals for you if you need any help. Calling is the most important part of this entire process. Calling and just finding out, because people always ask, where do you get your deals? And they come from the realtors. And so we'll search online using Atlas. Atlas is now back up, which we'd lost it for a little while. But a great source to just find 1% properties to talk to realtors on. So if nobody else is doing anything, I'm going to start calling some other. What's up, Al? Al the pal.
Oh, I had no idea I was unmuted. Sorry about that.
No worries. What's going on?
I'm just a fly in the wall. I'm just checking out Wholesale Atlas if it's working or not right now.
It is back. Yeah, it's back. It's a little bit buggy because they had to redo everything. But the cool part is I think they're using homes.com now as their, let me just see if the lead gen is working. They're using, it looks like they're going to homes.com for their, on that Zillow button takes you to homes.com instead. So let's see.
Oh, I didn't even know about that website until our team member Sharon told us about that a couple of days back.
Sharon's on fire. Sharon knows every bit of technology out there. Somebody mentions and she's like, oh, yep, I've had that for 2 years now, and I've got that one. Oh, yep, I got that one too. She's a powerhouse.
I just jumped back in here, but I was just listening to all the deals that are going on here, and also listening to Tyrell's deal. And I heard the conversation with Jason in Colorado Springs. So you're doing the mission statement, which is building up the network. By the way,
let's bring everybody together. That's the key.
The only question I had is can you quickly revise that new strategy you have? I think it's a revolutionary strategy for this whole industry. The SAM strategy, the SAM strategy.
We're working on it. I found out yesterday that I had a little hitch in the giddy up, and we had a woman come in today and explain novation, and so it's kind of on the same lines of innovation, but innovation uses realtors, and so a lot of people don't want to do that. So we're gonna revise that the SAM strategy as much as we can. I want to make sure that everybody's protected if they use it, so they're for sure going to get paid if they come in. So what we're doing with Tyrell, that is kind of what we're gonna pitch that. So as soon as we can get his guy on the line, we'll pitch that and see how we're doing there. Again, the key to all of it is we just have to protect ourselves. And so once I get to the point where I think I've got it, the language correct, I'll throw it to a lawyer and have them make sure that, we're legally in the right spot. Because again, an agreement is an agreement. To get something under contract, it's still just an agreement. Like if we get a house under contract, it means we're saying, hey, we want to buy this house. If we get it under a SAM contract, we just want to have some guarantee that we're there at the end, and that we can put our contract into escrow and be protected if we bring the buyer. So that's the key to SAM. Okay.
Of course. And this deal with Tyrell is like if it executes, it would be the first actionable evidence or fully executed deal using the SAM. Of course, it's a work in progress. We're just learning as we go.
Yep. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right. Well, those were my questions, Trent. Thank you for acknowledging me. I'll let the next person.
I can tell you're heading to work. You got the uniform on.
No. I am working, but I'm doing my little side gig. But I need to jump onto the computer to start calling. Thank you.
Okay, later. Okay, Diane. I blew you off this morning. I didn't mean to. I apologize.
Oh, no worries, because I was actually in another appointment,
Oh,
so
okay, good,
it
perfect.
worked out okay for both of us.
Okay, good.
Anyways, we wanted to go over the Dunman Lane in Houston.
Yep, and I'm pulling it up. So Flamingo's dead, right? They're saying no, right?
Yeah, they're saying no, 108.
Yeah,
I did
which is-
say, if I just said with the amount of rehab and at 108 just doesn't work.
Exactly.
So,
And it's one of those things, as important as it is to find a deal, it's important to know when a deal is not going to work.
Right,
But
But I said, let me know if they change their minds. You never
Exactly.
know.
Leave
I
it out
kept the
there.
door open.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Always,
Yep.
always. Yeah, you don't want to slam the door in their face ever.
Nope.
Well, you want to, but you can't. You just can't do that. Okay, so Dunham is where
So
we're
many
at.
other deals out there.
Oh, yeah, there's 12 million
Exactly.
homes for rent or for sale right now.
Yep.
Okay, so let's make this a correct. Let's find it. 15. Huh, it's not coming up.
And I did text this realtor to let her know that I'll take another look at the numbers on Dunman and get back to her.
Okay, cool. And so, yeah, we want these things to work, but if they don't, they don't. So,
Right. That's
yeah,
right.
that's the frustrating part.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure why this. Yeah, this
There
is
we
the
go.
one. Yeah.
That's it. Now, I did a little further investigation on the rents because she gave me such a broad from 15 to 2000, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Right.
And ChatGPT says that homes on that block rent for 17 to 1800 a month. So that changes
Okay.
the picture a little bit.
That's why I always go the lowest number I hear is the one I use. So 1500 is what that's why we go
Okay.
that route.
Yep.
Let me see if Atlas will pull it up, but I don't think it's going to pull it up for some reason.
But Chat was saying that the lower numbers, like the 1500s, are for the lesser square feet.
Yep.
So, and she was saying that also depends on condition, size, and all that stuff. So,
Okay, perfect. Okay, so here we go. So where did we get them down to? 120 or 115 is what we're probably. You're 110.
I'm at 110 and they came back at 120.
Okay, so let's just run it at their numbers real quick.
Okay.
With bad rents, I'm gonna always go the lowest number I hear because
Gotcha.
I'd like a happy surprise and not a sad. We're going cash on this one just to see.
Yeah.
120 is what their last offer was.
Right.
100. Okay, so we were at 267. Not
Now,
a
I'm sorry. Do you have the information for the tax and?
Yep, it's already in.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
That does it
Perfect.
automatically. That's
Perfect.
why it's so nice to have this back because we don't have to go bouncing around all over.
Yes, exactly.
So that's why I'm saying, I mean, like your 110 was way better.
Yeah. For sure.
That's why we don't want to, because you were saying in the text, like, oh, should I just go with 120 then? I'm like, well, you said 110, they said 120. So let's see what 115 looks like.
Yeah.
Because we're still negotiating to the
Yep,
bitter
yep.
end.
Gotcha. Okay.
So here's the beauty. We're figuring this
Oh.
all at 1500, okay?
Yes.
At that price, that's a good price, and let them know that's your drop dead price. But if the potential of that 2000 is there, then
Wow.
obviously
It'll
we're
be
killing it.
better. Mm-hmm.
So
May I ask you a question? Like,
Sure.
what's important? Like the other one, Flamingo, it needed about 40,000 in rehab. It cash flowed, but the cash on cash was low. So what figure do you always look at? The cash on cash?
I like this one to be 300, and then if I can get this to 20%, I'm way happy.
Yep.
And so
Gotcha.
again, keeping in mind that we're kind of quietly doing it less than what it should be.
Mhm.
If this were 1,700, let's call it right in the middle, you get a 21% cash
Yeah.
on cash. And so it's sellable. It's one of
Right.
those things where these guys, and like Peggy was saying earlier, it's a buyer's market right now. So the buyers there's a gazillion things to buy. So we have to be different. We have to be a better price. We've got to be a reason to buy. And so
Right.
granted, like we're buying it at 1,500, right? We're saying that. But when I
Yep.
sell it, I'm going to tell them, hey, rents in the area are 1,800. Okay, because I want
Mhm.
them to see that that's the possibility. And then we're at 535 a month and we're at 25% cash on cash.
When,
So,
yeah.
so a
When you
buyer's
go
going
to
to
the,
like that.
right, right. Okay.
But
Mhm.
they're going to have to, they have to double check it, and they'll find the beauty is I'm not going so far up to 2,000, but
Right.
when they do their research, they're going to find that that's the deal. The thing with the ARV calculator, so if we were to go over there and try out Sam's calculator on this one, let's see. And this when it's working, when it's set, it's going to be a really nice tool because you can say, well, here's the deal. I went in and ran a report on your property, and we'll see what we get. And as it gets better, it's going to be, so it adds in all the stuff we need, the square footage, the 3.2.
Mhm.
And so it's going to give us an idea of what things are and proof. So we're going to be able to put this report together and say,
Mhm.
hey, we're thinking this place isn't worth 115 or whatever. Hopefully it's worth, I think this is going to come in at 150, to tell you the truth,
Mhm.
with the comps
Or,
in the area.
or the, oh yeah, the comps. Mhm.
So we'll check it out right now. It's making it dramatic. I like this. Like, oh, what's it going to be? See, conservatively, it's 165. Okay.
Yep.
And so the beauty is when we buy it, if this was lower, what we can do is we can go in here and take comps and make it the 135. So even if you're getting a 115, even the lowest comp in the area, those are all 4-bedroom. Was ours 4? Ours 3.
3.2.
So that's a 4-bedroom at 135. So that what you can do is you can create your own comp here. You need 3.
Well, yeah, that would work because that's close to the square footage, the first one.
Right. So here's what the comp would come in. So estimated ARV is, and I'm telling him to not do all 3 of them,
Right.
because this is one I'd use for. I mean, I'd use this for the seller and I'd use this for the buyer. I'd be like, hey, it's a 205, and here are the comps. You guys can go check it out yourself. But the easier you make it for a buyer, the better. And so
Oh, yeah.
for the buyer, what I'm not liking is it's not changing. Like if I take out this 35 and what's the other low one? There's no real low ones here. This should be comping a little bit higher. And I just wanted to give me the high comp, but
Mhm.
the way the report works, it's not doing what I need. See, it still
Mm.
goes 105
Mhm.
or 205. I wanted to give me a true comp using those numbers. So it's stuff. I mean, it's in the works.
Right. Well,
But
that'll
it's a
be
great
great.
way. Yeah, it's a great way to send that to a buyer. But I think at 115, you got yourself a solid deal. Let's get it under contract and we'll throw an investor lift to get that going. I
Okay,
don't
so
think they're going to say no to 115.
what's the magic words? Because yeah, that'd be great
Okay.
if we could get at 115.
Yeah, so you're going to call them and you're going to say, hey, I appreciate your offer at 120. I'm at 110. Do we want to just finish this up and meet in the middle? How's that sound? And
Okay.
they'll probably say yes, because that's a very reasonable thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not, you're not asking for the world. You're not saying, hey, I'm not moving from 110. You're trying, and they know it. That's why they went to 120.
Yeah.
I think you're in a great situation. That's going to be sellable, especially if we can get the rents proved like that.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Well, I'm stoked.
Yeah,
I
you
know
should be.
that,
You did good.
hey, why? I mean, yeah, perseverance. guys,
Hey,
keep at it. It works.
100%, absolutely.
You know, I mean, we
Gotta
still
keep-
have to sell it, but I agree. I think it's a really really good deal.
Yeah, so if you need any help, have you already done a JV with us? We'll get you a contract if they don't
I
have
have
one.
not. No, I have
Okay.
not.
So Marilyn's gonna send you a link and it's gonna ask you all the questions that we need to know.
Okay.
Super simple. It's a type form that you just fill out. It'll ask you your name and the seller's name or whatever.
Okay.
But we can put together a contract for you and do all that stuff if you want to JV
Great.
with us. And just to
Absolutely.
remind you, the way we JV is I go 30% you, 30% me, 40% whoever finds the buyer.
Yep.
So after we get it under contract, I want you on Facebook. I want you chasing and
Mhm.
trying to find a buyer as well.
Okay. With that being said, would you guide me through that as to what's
Absolutely.
important to put out there? You know what I
Everything,
mean? Without
everything. I want to
being
help you all along the way.
perfect.
I just
Okay.
want to incentivize you to chase the buyer so you can see the process.
Absolutely.
'Cause
Yep,
people- yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, that's great, Trent. Okay,
right.
I will call them now and hopefully I'll be back with some great news.
Okay, good job. Well
Thank you,
done.
Trent.
You bet. All right, Steven, what's up?
Hey, I just want to verify clarification of our emails that we have about Lake Avenue.
Okay.
Making sure that we are completely finished with that, or if that was confused with 28 Helena Street and Henry Street package deal, if that makes sense.
I'm confused already. So let's see.
Yep.
Because all these, that's why I have Trello, and so Trello helps me see things instead of try to remember addresses themselves.
This
So
is why I limit myself to 5 projects at once.
that's smart. Okay, so which one are you talking about? So Lake is dead, right?
That's what I'm confirming with you now.
We are confirming that that one is dead. I'm even going to archive it right now. Oh, it's already archived. They already killed it on my screen.
Okay.
Yep. So that one's
Because
dead.
I mean, this is of today about, an hour ago, we got the T12 sent to us from when I reached out to Zillow that one time at 8:30, and they, forwarded this T12 to me for 189 and 201 or 205. So just clarifying that that's completely done. Perfect. And then I don't know if you had 28 Henry or Helen and Henry Street. I can't remember the number.
Here, look at my which photo is it? This one or this one?
I'm zooming in.
That's Henry. This is Helena.
Yeah. So those two, I believe, are dead as well.
Yeah. What did we decide? Let's see. So, yeah, they wouldn't. The total purchase price was 86. What did you offer?
No, that one here. Sorry, I
No
got
worries.
it. Get to.
But I think it left a. I mean, it looks like we called and left a message.
That was the email to. I believe this is Iggy. See, this is why.
Iggy. Yep, this is Iggy Baccaro.
Okay, great. So he was the iPhone guy I was talking about yesterday. He did leave a voicemail at about 8:30 last night, so I can give him a call back. But yeah, he had countered
What
with
was
our
the
counter. We had, I would have to run through my first email. Hold on, because it never lays it out the correct way in my head.
Yeah, that's why it's so important to keep these things updated, just so we
Yep.
can, so we know exactly where we're at.
Yeah, hold on.
Is that a duplex? I can't remember. Kind of
No.
looks like one, but I don't think it is.
We had offered 33 for 28 Helena, but 53 for and 86, and I sent that in email. He just iPhone texted me the following, and then he left me a message like an actual person, which I love. So I would call him back and just explain to him where we're at.
What did he counter at?
He came back at like 140 for both.
Okay. And so we're
way
saying,
off.
yeah, it just won't work for us. I wish it would.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Like if
but-
let's see. Now that we got Atlas back, let's play for a second. Let me take a look here, because maybe the lower one is something that we can, maybe we don't try to do both.
Yeah.
Because he's saying 70 each, but I'm not a fan. Let's see. Okay, and remind me, was the rents, did we find the rents to be 1,300? Does that make sense?
Boy,
I'll check it. Hold on.
you want me to tell you about the first week of 2026, huh? I don't remember.
Okay, we got to write these things down. It's super important.
Yeah, I got my Trello. Here we go. And that's why I said I only go about.
Rent is 840 and Henry is 1050. Okay, so yeah, guys, that's why, I mean, we got, so 840 and 1050. Which one, Henry? Which one is this? So this one's 840. And are these rented? So that one at 840 that's breaking even. Hold on, let me just look. So Helena, we're offering 33. And he's saying basically 70. So he's saying 70, and we can tell him. I mean, if he's going 70 for both, I assume that's 70 for each, but
please leave your message for 95425767883.
Hey Sharon, leave your message.
Hello, my name is Sharon, and I am.
I love that. So yeah, at 840, I think we're still at 33. So I'm just trying to see how much we can come up. We can't really come up much. We're still making less than what I love, but it's 41%. Yeah, so we're not gonna budge on that one for sure.
Yeah.
And tell him don't give us a total. Yeah, he's so far off, it's not even funny. The other one's 53. So let's see what Henry is and why we're doing 53. Even at 33, it's not that great. It's okay.
Right.
It's just not great. So yeah, just, I mean, be polite and say, hey, when you get reasonable, let us know. But at this point, it's not anything we can purchase as an investor.
For sure. Yeah, and I'm making this in my notes now.
Yeah, and also if he wants to do seller finance, if he owns them completely, we can work something out where we pay him over the next 10 years. So it's definitely time that you can bob and weave there. So we're at 53 on this one. And the rents were 1,000, I think. Yeah, that's why we're there. I mean, it's almost exactly the same. So 26. So yeah, we're not budging.
Okay, well, yeah, like I said, he left a message, and that makes me want to call him back now and work with an iPhone guy through an actual telephone conversation.
Okay.
So at least build a contact with him. But yeah, I'll probably give him a call after our Zoom meeting at 3:30 because I got to grab some lunch myself. So I'm
Okay,
gonna
cool.
jump out and get that so I'm fed before the meeting at 3:30 my time here.
Okay, perfect.
All right, thank you.
You bet, bud. See ya. Hey guys, that's why, I mean, so important to have Trello or some kind of a way to keep everything organized, because we can't remember all this stuff. Should we create a New Year's resolution?
No doubt.
Not doing that. All right, bro. Thanks. All right, guys. Man, we've been balls to the wall here. Hey guys, over here. Oh, Oscar. I saw your text to me and you said that you're busy this time of day. Could you please text me here in the chat what the split on JBD is? I'm not able to hear. I'm so my job. I don't have my headphones. Okay, yeah, no problem. So 30%. 30%. Oops. And 40% for all right. All right, there we go. Okay, so hey guys, if you want to join over Maryland, we'll put it into, it's right up here. It's called the closing room. We're doing things a little differently with 2026. We are moving into a paid version, but the best part of it is we all own it. Like it's everybody gets a 50% affiliate fee. So if you bring people in, you get 50% of the membership fee. And so it's more of a business that we're building together instead of just just a free place to kind of hang out. All right. Maryland, there's no 7-day free trial. So you remember that went away at the beginning of the week. Okay. All right. Let's see. Man, I feel like we've been going a million miles an hour. The Rubber Draper's taking a nap even.
Trent,
What?
it's disco day.
It's disco day. Oh, should we get everybody in disco day? Guys, Investor Lift does a thing every week called Dispo Day. And it's a great place to go. In fact, I don't know if you guys did it last week, but it's an awesome place to understand how Investor Lift works. So if you want, we'll put it in the chat. But if you go to Dispo Day, DISPO day.com and sign up, they give away $500 towards stuff in Investor Lift. Also, Investor Lift is helping us out. So if you ever want to sell your own deal, you can go on to Investor Lift, and they gave us a link that you only have to pay $120 to put your deal. So I would save it for a really, really, really good deal. But Dispo Day is going on right now. If you guys want to head over there, sign up here. They just ask for it's just like what I'm doing right now. Super simple. Put all your info in, and then you're in. And you can go in and I could probably just put it up here. But if you're in there and you're in the chat, you get entered into their deal. Kate, did you put a I don't know, can I go in? I don't think I can because it's part of Zoom, huh?
You can't get in.
Not I mean, because I'm already on a Zoom call.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
yeah.
Let's see. Let me see if it knocks us off or not. I'll check. Let's see. We're testing this. We'll see. Did it kill me over there?
Sorry, I can't hear you, Trent. Could you repeat that?
Oh, I'm already in a meeting, so it won't let me do it. Hold on. Yeah, it won't let me join. But if you guys want to cut out of here and go over there, we can, or we can stay here. Whichever you want. But girls, if you guys can go into it, that'd be great. Because we've won a few different weeks. So it helps a ton to get some they always upgrade us a little bit, so it's kind of nice. Oh wait. Oh yeah, that's not it. Okay, Kate, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So if
Yeah, so we're
if you and Eva and Jabel want to go into Dispo Day, or just jump in at the last half hour if you want to. That's probably our best bet. In fact, that's what we'll do. We'll just at noon we'll jump in. Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, so just go in at noon because they go to 12:30 usually, and so that'll be good. Sarasota is back. It's like one word. It's not like two words.
Hello, I'm
Welcome
here.
back.
Thank you.
We are, I think, hey, did you tell your mom and dad?
I did. Yeah, I
How'd
did. I
they-
didn't record it though.
Oh, you suck.
Sorry.
Okay, whatever. But I think we're gonna get yours up on my TikTok. Your first call. That was fantastic. Made everybody very happy. You did a great job. So what are you up to?
I have I'm working with my brother now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I
What's
told
his
him
name?
Alejandro
Alejandro.
or
Okay.
Alex for short. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so I'm working with him and I'm kind of just like finding properties and cold calling, asking about the information and all that, and then he's gonna do negotiation and contracts and all that.
He's your
because I'm
closer.
on, so
How old is he?
he is 30.
Oh, cool. Oh, good. So you got, and he knows what to do?
Yes.
You
Yeah,
got
he
your
knows.
closer. That's amazing.
Yes.
Excellent.
So I'll be getting some practice in and experience before I turn 18.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah.
We're so proud of you. You're doing great. No, this is super great. So you feel comfortable now, right? It was what, 2 calls it took?
Yeah, pretty much. That first call was really good. It was like I kind of got a little more comfortable with that first call.
Well,
So
and just as far as mindset, do you see how you built that up in your head to be worse than what it was? And
yes, I did.
I
for
think
sure.
we do that with everything. I think that's, when we're driving a car, when we're doing all those things that we're learning, we build it up in our head way worse than what the actual thing is.
Yeah,
So
we do.
you jumped into the pool and you did great. I'm really proud of you.
Thank
How
you
are
so
you?
much.
How are you searching for deals?
I do have a property that I wanted to show you.
Yeah, let's see it.
So let me just get the.
You can tell me the address or put it in the chat. Either way.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put it in the chat. really
Okay,
quick.
cool.
Um,
You're 17
yes.
and you are
I turned
unstoppable.
18 this year in June.
That's amazing. You are unstoppable at this point.
So this property, all I know about it is it's out for rent right now. And the owner seems to be finding someone to rent it.
Okay.
So I think, well, my friend actually her mom went to go check it out. They live in Miami and they want to check it out. She said it was in horrible conditions.
Okay.
It was probably going to be hard to get someone to live there.
Okay.
So
And where did she see it? Oh, here it is.
I did not ask her that.
Okay, I think I found it on
It is off the
Zillow.
market though, so that's what my brother's looking for, actually, off the market property. So this
Perfect.
is
That's what we
perfect.
like.
Yep.
We're gonna go to Google Maps too, just to kind of do a drive-by and see what the area looks like too.
Okay.
Okay, and so what are you thinking? Are you have you called on it yet?
No, I haven't. I was planning to do that today.
Let's do it. You're up.
Oh my gosh. I knew you were gonna make me call.
You're our entertainment.
Okay. Well, I actually have his phone number, the owner.
Okay. Yeah, give him a call and just and so we don't know if he wants to sell this or not, right? Because
No.
he's just trying to rent it. So that's your first question is, hey, I saw this up for rent, but do you have any desire to sell it? Because that's what I do is I buy properties.
Yep. Okay. So let me just, if I change the profiles, my Google profile, will it close the Zoom?
I don't think
Do you
so.
know?
No, just just you need to open up another tab. That's all. Oh, you want to change your whole profile? No, if you'll
Yeah.
just it'll open up in a different window. You'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay. Let's see. I did look at
again.
some
I love it.
properties. Sorry?
You a little bit nervous again?
A little
Good.
bit.
Excellent. No, that means you're alive. So that's
This
great.
is my third call. So, let me see.
And
I
you
did
might
look
get
at
more,
some
you might get
properties
more
nearby.
pushback this time too, just so you know, because this isn't something that somebody's like thinking about selling. It's something that you're coming in and asking them. So it's a different way of doing it. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an education on what they've got. Right now, they've paid off their mortgage. They own this free and clear. So they own it completely. So that's just something you don't have to say anything that you know that. It's just good to know. And he doesn't have any other properties, so this might be his only investment property
I
possible.
do know he's living currently in the property.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
Okay. But he's
So
thinking about renting it. So let's think about our strategy here. So we know he lives there, but he's got it up for rent. Okay. And so you can come in and say, hey, I noticed you have this up for rent, but now, and you ask him all these questions. These are statements you're going to say. So is anybody living in it right now? Even though you know the answer already, you think he lives there, right?
yeah.
Let him
I'm
tell,
not 100% sure, but yeah.
but let him tell you the stories, just like he did last time. And so we're going to find it out. You're not going to make an offer or anything to start off with. You're not going to, it's all just kind of like get information, find out what he wants, and then we'll go from there. There is a dog in a box behind you, just so you know.
Sorry?
There's a dog in a box behind you. Is it trapped?
No.
Oh, I
He's
thought it
just-
was in a box. So.
Yeah. He's
So
just being
mellow. What kind of dog?
Sorry?
What kind of dog?
He's a mix between a Shih Tzu and a poodle.
Poodle. Yep.
Yeah.
A shit poo.
Yeah, or Shoodle, I think
A
they're called.
shoodle. Okay, that's more polite
Yeah.
than a shit poo. Yeah. Okay, do your thing.
Okay.
Thank you, Sharon.
I'm really nervous.
Good. I want you to be nervous. That's so good. You did great last time, so I have no doubt you're going to do great.
Thank you. Okay. His name is, let me see.
I think it
Elvin.
might be Elvin Rivera Morales.
And Rivera. Or Morales. I'm not sure.
I think it's Elvin, right? I don't think it's either
Elvin.
Rivera and Morales are both last names, but that's okay. Just, you can introduce yourself.
Okay.
And just tell them you're calling about 8843 57th.
Okay. Can you guys hear it? Hello?
Please leave your message for.
Okay, didn't answer. Should I try again? 4 times?
Absolutely.
Okay. I think it's gonna answer.
Yep, that's why we go 4 times. Then they know you're serious.
Okay. I've never called anybody 4 times, Trent.
And you can just act like you didn't think it went through.
Please leave your message for.
Oh, boo.
Mm.
Okay,
Was
last
that 3
time.
times or 4 times?
That was 3 times. Go 4, and then you're gonna send a text with your name and your phone number and everything, and just say you're calling about this property.
Okay.
Please leave your message for.
Yep, go ahead and text him.
Okay. So text him. You said my name. And
Yeah, just
then-
so what I do, and I do everyone the exact same. I do the address first, and then I
Okay.
say, "Hey, my name's Sarasota." I don't say that, but you're gonna say that. And
Okay.
I'm just calling about this property. I'd love to get more information. And since he has it up for rent, he'll call you back because he thinks you want to rent it. And then
Yeah.
when he calls back, you say, "Hey, can you tell me more about the property?" And I saw pictures online. Are those recent pictures?
Mhm.
And just do your thing. I mean, once you get into it, you know how to do it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll send him that right now.
Good deal.
And then I do have one other question.
Okay.
So my brother gave me a property, another one.
Oh, good.
And
Let's
he
do it.
wants to find an ARV.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. We can do that.
So let me give you the address. 1018 E.
Oops. Okay, hold on. 1018
1018 E
East.
East, yeah.
Okay.
Holland Avenue,
Okay.
Tampa, Florida.
Got it.
33612.
612.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Another off market. Your brother's on fire with the off markets. This is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So off markets, we do a little bit different. We gotta find out their phone number and everything. Did he have a phone number for it?
No, I don't think so. He just sent me
Cool.
a
Good.
list. Yeah.
What's your brother do for a day job?
He works with my dad on flips.
Oh, okay. So he's
And
already in it.
Yeah, and he's also doing wholesale. So
Okay, perfect. And if you want to get your dad's buy box, you know what a buy box is? That's kind of the criteria. Yeah. Those are the ones you call on, right? And if
Yeah.
anybody in here wants to, we'll all help them and find stuff for them.
all right. I'll get you guys that.
Okay, cool.
Where would I put that on the community?
Yeah, you can
chat?
put it right on the community chat, and just just put your name and your dad's name, and yeah, that's great.
They're actually looking for another property right now. They just finished a flip. So if any of
Oh,
you guys
good.
have
Where do they like to
any-
be? Mostly in Tampa?
St. Pete, Tampa, this area.
Great.
Yeah, Pinellas County.
Okay.
So, but I will put his information in the chat.
So here's the guy's name. It's Hakmoy2. It's almost like your dog's name. So we got to figure out. What I'll do is I'll try to get. So what I do is I get his address.
Okay.
Let's see if we can find the number for him. And I want to make sure you say his name when he answers it and say, "Hello, Hakmoy2." No, I'm just kidding. Do not.
That's a crazy name.
That is a good name. Okay, let's
My
go.
dog's name is Canelo.
What
I
is
don't know
it?
if yeah, Canelo. You know the boxer, Canelo Alvarez.
No. Is he
Oh my
Colombian?
gosh, he's a famous boxer. No, he's Mexican.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I named him after him.
That's funny. You like boxing?
No, but that was just his old name, so I just kept it. I liked it.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I went to Colombia. We were in Bogota.
Really?
Yeah,
Did
we
you like
took.
it? It's cold over there.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not the beach. So we ended up going to the beach. We drove like 2.5 hours to get to. I think that's. I can't remember. It was a resort area that we went to. Do you know who Juan Pablo Montoya is? He's
No, I don't.
he's an F1 driver, but he's super famous from. I mean, he's like a Colombian F1 driver, and he was doing NASCAR as well. And so
Oh.
for my other job, we took him back to his home. Oh wait, here we go. HVEN 2. Let's see if that's the right one. Nope, that's Houston, Texas. No, and we had a blast. We took him back to his childhood home, and we took him to a school that he donated a soccer field to.
Mhm.
And right after he left, I went and I was taking. I was a cameraman, and so I was taking some video of kind of a bad neighborhood, and everybody told me, "Hey, you don't want to go over there." And I'm like, "Oh, it's no big deal." And as I walked back, I got in the van. Somebody shot out our window.
What?
I was
Oh
like,
my
"Oh,
gosh, Trent.
I guess that was a bad area. I shouldn't have been
Yeah.
there." Yeah. So
Yeah, you need to be careful in Colombia.
yeah.
It's great though. It's like it's
Okay.
a great place to vacation and all that,
Yeah.
but you do need to be careful.
Yeah, you don't want to go into those. Yeah, it was.
The-
They told me it was a bad area, but I didn't listen as usual.
But Colombia is beautiful.
Oh, it's so nice.
It is
I
really
love
nice.
it. Okay,
Yep.
I'm not seeing his name. This is the only one that comes close, but that's in Houston.
I have a website called Delio.
Okay, you want to try that one?
Yeah, let me see.
I was going to try people search, and Sharon probably has a. She's probably got 6 different sites on how to. Sharon
This
has
is
so
just
many.
what my brother gave me to
Okay.
find NRVs and all that, and comps.
And it's called Delio.
Yeah, Delio Pro.
Good. I'm gonna do this one too. We'll see.
Holland.
This one's fast people search.
Okay, I got it.
You did? Good.
Yes, Moy Hawk. Oh, let me see.
Let's see if we get the same one. See 51? Is that the one you got?
It's 813 943.
943. Okay, I've got another one that I'm not sure if this is it or not.
There's different names, but I'll call.
Moy
both
2
one.
in Tampa, Florida.
Okay, so what would I ask him?
Okay, so did we look at his property yet?
943.
What's the address for his property? That's Holland?
1018 East Holland Avenue.
Yeah. Just say, hey, I saw your property. What can you tell me about that property? And see if just say, I understand that you might be interested in selling. And he'll be like, where'd you hear that? And it's like, oh, I work for a company and they told us to give you a call. You can just go that route.
All right.
Because it's off market, so we don't know.
Yes. Okay. And then I did forget how to close. How do I close a call? Just
Well, usually with the realtor, we ask if they have any other listings. This one is going to be, well, if you ever think about selling, that's another way to close this one. Or let's do one quick check and see if he has any other properties.
Okay.
Because that's another way to, let's see. Nope, it looks like that's his only property. Yeah, there's no linked properties. He bought it looks like for $5,000 a million years ago. Yeah, just try to get an idea of like if he's thinking of selling, and if he were, what he would charge, you know, what does he want for the property, that kind of thing. Because this one looks like it's got value, but we got to figure out how much, even though it's a 1-1 and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, just ask him if he has any desire to sell. It's going to be probably a quick call. He'll either say yes or no. If he says no, say, okay, thanks. Yeah, because it's being off market is a whole different animal.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, wait, hold on 2 seconds.
Okay.
I'm
My
seeing
phone's
different.
about to die.
I'm seeing it. Oh, it's about to die. Do you want to plug it in?
Let me find a charger.
Okay. I'm seeing a different picture here. Do you see that little
Where?
tiny?
Oh yeah.
And it looks like, I don't know if it's the same
Maybe
place.
updated pictures.
I don't know. So I'll check. Let's go for, yeah, go ahead and call him and see if he's even interested in selling before we waste too much time.
Okay. Is this his phone number? Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Oh, call ended. Try again.
Yeah. And just be as nice as you can.
Sorry.
Just be as nice as you can. Just like, hey,
Yeah.
selling property. You calling you back?
Call ended. Yeah, he's probably busy. He
Okay.
ended my call.
He what?
But there's other phone numbers. Should I try another one?
Or leave him a text and just say, you know, hey, can I talk to you about your house, and see what he says.
Sure.
Go ahead and put the address first, and then. Oh, and the reason I put the address first is because when they respond, then you know who it is.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. I
No
muted.
problem. The reason I put the address first is so if they call back, then you know who it is, because you're going to be calling so many that they get kind of confusing.
Yeah. Okay. So you think I should leave a message?
Yeah.
All right.
And then you'll text them afterwards.
Okay. I can find the ARV right now, though, right?
We don't need to until we know if they want to sell it, so you don't want to waste your time.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Any others?
Nope, that's it. for
Okay.
Right now.
All right. And are you out of school at like what, 3 or something?
I will graduate the beginning of next year.
Oh, you're graduating early.
Yes.
That's amazing. Good for you.
Yeah.
Well done.
I would love to graduate early, actually, because I want to, get started on
Like-
wholesales and college and all that.
Great. Where are you going to go to school?
I'm not sure right now. I live close to USFSB, so that's probably where I'll go.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want to study? Business.
Not sure yet.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I was thinking business.
I bet business. Yeah, I
I've
know
got
you
pretty much everything.
Yeah, you got
But
it.
yeah, business would be great.
Okay, you're on your way. Yeah, just if they text you back, just let me know.
All right, I will.
All right, buddy.
Thank
Okay.
you, Trent.
See ya. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. What else is happening? Chris Lopez, you're in. Chris, did you have something you wanted to run by? I think you did. Let me double check. I thought, was it? I've got messages all over the place from you guys, so let's see. Let's see. Oh, it was Alex Lopez. That was your alter ego. All right. Sharon, what are you working on?
Yes, friend. I had a message on our WhatsApp, GC.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nope, it's at 1 o'clock. 1:30, right, Marilyn? Right after this.
Okay.
That's with Steven. Except, yeah, we put on there, I think you had it as Monday at 1:30 or earlier. Yeah, so no, we're 3:30 his time, but 12:30 our time.
12:30 our time. Copy.
Trent, I have the realtor for 5905 Clover Lawn, and he says that he has a lot more off-market properties that he wants to talk to me about.
Great.
So,
yeah.
Texting him back about that and some other things that I'm working on.
Okay,
Couple
cool.
properties.
Is this one what did we figure
That
out with
one.
Clover Lawn?
You wanted me to offer 15,000.
He might be good for the Sam thing if he's got a bunch of them and just say, hey,
He said he has some off-market ones.
That's what I mean for the for our Sam idea where we're like, hey, we can put these in front of our investors. Maybe he'd be into that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
will ask him.
What do you think?
Nothing beats a failure but a try.
Amen to that. Preach it. Hey, and thanks for the courtesy laugh on the name of the on the type of that was way too easy. It's a shit boo.
Hilarious.
I was like, there's no way that's the best ever. Okay, is Atlas working for you? It keeps on. Okay, it's being funky. It's a little bit slow.
It takes some time, but it does come up.
Yeah, so it's I think it's just everything has to reload.
And that's fine. I'm glad it's back up.
Oh man. And they got us hooked on it and then they left us. What were the rents there? Was it 1,000? Is that right?
Yes.
I mean, even at his offer price that we're good, but we don't know how much work. Did he say how much work it needs inside?
I sent you the pictures.
Okay, that's right. Because that's why we didn't jump on it. It needs a lot of help.
It is rented.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Why don't we jump on this then? Why did I say no?
I don't know.
I don't think I knew it was rented.
Grant, the photos are on Trello, and yeah, I don't think we said no to this. It's more like we advised Sharon to offer 15K.
Just so it'd be a ridiculous deal.
Yes.
Okay, and he said what to 15K?
He just said no.
Yeah, okay, but did he do any kind of counteroffer?
No.
But he said
I haven't gotten back to him again. I haven't gotten back to him again since then. But that's when he sent me that said if that doesn't work, then we can go. I have quite a few other off-market deals.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I remember this one. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so I forgot it was rented. I don't think I knew that. No, I did know that because of the porta potty. I mean,
it has a porta potty?
Yeah, well, not a porta potty, but a kid's toilet.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Well, you can port that. You can port it somewhere else.
Yes.
Maybe we should change our mind and if nothing else, just to crack him, maybe come in and say, okay, well, how about 30? Right?
Okay.
Right? I mean,
oh, I know one thing too is that this Frank wasn't interested in this, I don't think.
The what?
I think Frank was not interested in this.
Oh, that's right. We were trying to put it to Frank and really want you guys to push getting the new members. It's going to make us better as a team. Your friends, tell your sons, let's get everybody in here. It's a great place to work and get your deals going. I'm 10 times more productive with you guys. I can't even tell you. It's awesome. All right. I will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. It's Thursday tomorrow, huh? Golly, where'd the week go? All right. See you later.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Take it easy. See ya.